Hello, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? My name is Quantic Flux, and today we are back with some more Unicorn Overlord. Today we're trying to get Alain hitched. Time for the man to get married. Hey, Muffin, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Congrats on your first. That's not fair, Muffin. The stream didn't start yet. This is a joke. Technically, Muffin got it 52 seconds into the stream. It was before the countdown finished, though. That's true. Also, hi, Benjamin. Thanks for being here. Lands ahead are sacred territory, navigable only by one who holds the mark of Bestial Kings. Okay, proffer the Bistorius Blue. Let's do it. All right. We did it. All right, I think we finished like 99% of the map at this point. We will check in just a moment. 98.5%, huh? I mean, am I supposed to be able to get up there? Looks like it's not counted as revealed map. I ignore it. And let's focus on getting Alain hitched. Let's just do a bunch of rapport conversations, I think. I'm hearing her voice. It has to be 100%. We'll get there. We'll get there sooner rather than later. All right, Merard and Ramona. Okay. We can get some Merard and Ramona romance, maybe? Ramona! Is there a problem, Merard? You seem rather more tense than usual. No, it's nothing. Doesn't appear to be nothing. The laces are holding your armor together are frayed beyond belief. I suppose they are, yeah. To be honest, I was hoping to find someone who might be able to mend them. I would do it myself, of course, but there's not much craft in hands like these. So take a look. Alright, Muffin's not enjoying this potential romance. Yes, just give me a moment and I'll have it handled. You, Ramona? I can't possibly ask that of you, given all the time you spend laboring through war councils. It's no trouble, I assure you. But how many times have I sewn clothes together for you and Unifi over the years? You know there's nothing to worry about, Merard. Still, Very well, thank you, Ramona. I'm glad to do it. Now stay right here. I'll have your armor back to its former glory in no time. You just sent it for fun. You're not paying attention. I don't know if that's better or worse. All done, Merard. I've restitched the laces just as you asked. I also noticed an alarming lack of decoration, so I added a touch of embroidery to the leather as well. A lion, of course, to match your ferocious image. You what? Thank you. That is... I appreciate the help, Ramona. Think nothing of it. And as always, simply let me know if you need any further assistance. Uh-oh. Got some romance brewing. I had a feeling this would happen. Ramona's a wonderful seamstress. I can't deny that, but she always has to add an extra something to all of her work. Yet, although this lion is a little too cute for me, I'll be proud to wear it, just like everything else she's made. Yup. All right. You vibing? All right, that's not what we're after, though. We're trying to get Alain. Okay, Unifi and Merard, fine, fine. I think this is more like a father-daughter relationship, though. Funny, Merard, you're doing just fine now, but I can still remember a time you were the clumsiest Bestial in all of Historias. As can I. My hands barely felt like my own back then. Even simple tasks like eating a meal or changing my clothes took far longer than they ever should have. It was always the utensils that gave you trouble, yeah. Good thing you had Ramona around to help you figure them out. Oh, and what about the chairs? You'd always try to sit in one that was way too small for you, then fall straight out of it a few minutes later. How did they not know that this guy was a human before? You weren't so normal yourself, you know. Most of the time as a child was spent climbing trees and roaring at passerby. I guess so, huh? It's almost like I was better at being a Bestial than you were. No kidding. Only you had been good at coming home in time, too. You worried Ramona half to death on more than one occasion. It must have been a real handful for her. I bet both of us were, actually. Me with my mischief and you with your clumsiness. That gives me an idea, Unifi. We should find a moment to thank Ramona for everything she's done for us whenever we have time to spare. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Let's take her out for dinner, then. And maybe get some presents, too. Yes, I'm sure she'll enjoy that very much. That's nice. I have a subject named Social Skills Training, and it's exactly what you expect from it. Your social battery is dead. Yeah, I hear that. I honestly don't know how I ever got into streaming because I am so bad at socializing. I'm like the worst. Okay. More rapport. All right, we got to get an Alain one going, though. But at least it's only 2 days in the semester. 2 days total? You get credits for that? All right, we'll do this one for now, just because I'm curious if they talk about their interest in Alain. Sometimes you have to eavesdrop, I guess, in order to play Matchmaker. I must say, Ianisa, I'm still thinking about our most recent tea together. That cake you brought seemed every bit a real mushroom, chocolate dirt and all. Gross? I'm glad you liked it. I had made it especially for you, you know? The way its delicate flavors complemented the tea, I suppose I should never have expected anything less. To be honest, I had such fun that day, I'm certain a smile still graced my lips as I fell asleep. It's good to see you're still as excitable as ever. I have to ask, though, did you enjoy yourself as well, Yanisa? You always seem to be finding ways to make me happy, but I struggle to tell if you ever actually have any fun yourself. Oh, Etelinde, you really have no idea, do you? What do you mean? Of course I had fun with you. How could you possibly ever think otherwise? It's merely, I don't know. At times it seems as though you know me even better than I know myself, while I feel like I can barely tell the first thing about you. That's how it is. Then listen well, Etelinde. I don't need tea or cake or anything else to make me happy. All I need is you. Aw, it's nice. If you really care about how I feel, you'll keep that smile of yours as warm and beautiful as ever. Rosalinde, I should have known you would say something to that effect, and I feel exactly the same. Now let us enjoy the evening stars together. That's nice. Sisterly love. Yeah, 2 credits, basically free. Holy crap. 2 credits for 2 days total? A credit a day? That's insane. Definitely a class worth taking. All right, Melisandre and Alain. That's definitely going to lead into some romantic topics. With this level of social skills, you just wait for others to do the social things with you. Yeah, that's kind of how I get through life too. Okay, where's this freaking conversation? Down to the right. All right, what do we got? Ha! That should be good for today, with just enough time to head back to my tent before breakfast as well. Alain, how long have you been standing there? Only a moment, in truth. I'm surprised you didn't notice me sooner, Melisandre. Erg, you're not supposed to see me like this. My hair is a complete mess from all my training. Apologies, I only meant to practice the blade myself, but you were already here by the time I arrived. In that moment, Melisandre, I found myself utterly captivated by your beauty. Wow, okay, hold on. Hold on, we're getting somewhere. You did? Indeed. The dance of your swords calls to mind the most elegant ballet I could ever imagine. A sight made all the more magical by the amber hues of the morning sun glistening on the fresh-laid snow. Wow. Alain is like risen the crap out of Melisandre? Is this a dream? Is that what's happening? Oh, Alain, he's even greater charmer than I had realized. This only means I'll have more rivals for his heart. Melisandre? Sorry, I was just taken aback by your compliments, even if they were a little more than gratuitous flattery. Please, I meant every last word that I said. The same thoughts occurred to me when we first met as well, despite your allegiance to Zenora at the time. You've a keen skill and limitless beauty, unlike most any I've ever seen. 'Tis no surprise you felt confident enough to announce yourself at our camp entirely alone. I didn't think you would have noticed all that. How could I not? With those swords in hand, there could truthfully be none more talented than you. This is certainly like a dream, right? It has to be. What am I supposed to say to that? Melisandre, forgive me, I didn't mean to offend. You didn't, it's just that kind of praise is a special thing. All my life I've been expected to be the best, whether that was at military strategy, academics, or even simple etiquette. I studied every day and every night in hopes of attaining that goal, of proving myself worthy of leading House Maye. That must be a painful memory indeed. It would have been if it wasn't so naturally gifted. To me, schooling was just another chore like any other. Not a challenge, and certainly not compelling. That is, until I started learning the blade. Everything about it captured my imagination. It was then and only then that I wanted to be the best at something, not for my house, but for myself. And to hear you say that I actually am is the highest honor you could possibly give me. then I'm glad I decided to speak the truth. As am I, Alain. A kiss on the cheek? But why did you... Just my way of saying thank you, and to remind you to do your best, too. Now, I really should be getting to breakfast. Hope to see you there. If this isn't a dream, then, like, it's gotta be Alain and Melisandre, right? How am I even meant to respond to that? He had the same thought as her. You needed credits and a good grade. Okay, yeah. Fair. Only I need to take notes from this guy? Yeah, he was smooth. Wow. It didn't seem to be a dream, so I mean, that kind of, unless we see something else, I mean, that kind of seals the deal. It's got to be Alain and Melisandre, right? He's the only one that he's actually, she is the only one that he's actually expressed interest in, I should say. I guess he kind of did with Scarlet a little bit. All right, let's see what Rosalinde. No, this isn't Rosalinde. This is, what's her face? Rylanor. All right, I mean, there could be a third party here. What is your involvement with Terra Rosalinde? I demand an answer. Now. Okay, it's not going well. I'm not certain what you mean. Forgive me, I didn't intend to take such a forceful tone of voice. It's simply that she seems to have grown rather smitten with you. And as her attendant, it's my duty to determine if you're truly suited to... Ahem. To determine what it is you think of her. If pressed for an answer, I would say she is a fine ally indeed in the fight against Sonora. And? What else? You want more? In that case, I suppose she does stand somewhat close to me at times, yet she tends to speak softer than most everyone else, so I think it only natural that she draws nearer to me, unless perhaps there's a deeper reason than that. How very interesting. Tenacity of will to command an army alone, tinged with the slightest touch of vulnerability. If this is the man that Terra Rosalinde has chosen, then so be it. I approve. Approve of what exactly? Nothing you need worry yourself over. I thank you for the assistance, Alain, and I hope you can find it in your heart to appease my lady's wishes, for nothing could bring me greater joy. Okay. I'm not certain I understand what just happened. Okay, so Colm is wingmanning for Melisandre, and Rylanor is wingmanning for Rosalinde. Okay, so we got rival romances here. This was more romance already than my life. You'll get there someday, Benjamin. All right. I mean, is this guy gonna wingman for Rosalinde too? Let's find out. Ithilien. While I'm aware that Rosalinde's palace lies underground, what about you, Ithilien? Have you spent as much of your life beneath the surface as well? I have. Until I joined her personal guard, I had little reason to leave our subterranean city, so I almost never did. The only light I ever saw was the orange hue of a magic lantern, or the occasional moonbeam filtering in through the entrance to the cavern. As a child, the sun was always more of a concept than an actual entity which existed in my world. It is difficult to imagine, in all truth. No other race of Fevrith has most of their population assigned to life secluded within the earth. Okay, so there's no dwarfs, I guess? Maybe not, but it has its benefits. For one, the insular nature of our cities means few invaders think to attack. And those that do often end up lost in a maze of corridors. I can only assume that's why Zenora went after Lorehall instead. Cruel twist of fate indeed. Life was good before they turned up, no? When I was just a child, Terra Rosalinde would leave the city every now and then to travel the various regions of Elheim. And when she returned, she would tell us all the most incredible tales of the outside world. I can still remember the wonder that filled my heart with every word. The more I listened, the more certain I grew in my dream for the future. To accompany Terra Rosalinde on the journey she recounted, to stand in her defense should the need ever arise. Which is why you now serve in her personal guard. Exactly. And though I don't like to admit it, I always used to think of her as a sister to me, rather than any kind of dark elf royalty. I swear to you, Alain, never again will the shadow of Zenora hang over this nation. No matter what happens in the course of this war, I'll always be there to protect Terra Rosalinde. My very life, if I must. Okay, that's nice. I just remembered that I forgot to finish Season 3 of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Me too, I should. It's actually good. I read quite a bit of that manga, and I just could never get very into it. It was kind of like slow, and I also did not like the main character. And also, it seemed like basically every female character that showed up was interested in him romantically. Nice work today, Ithilien. You never cease to impress me. Thank you, Terras. Before we head back, would you mind if I have a word? Oh, I'm not used to getting requests from you, of all people. What is it? A matter of the heart? Don't be absurd. Too bad. Well, go on. Do you remember the stories you used to tell me when I was still just a boy? Tales of your travels beyond our city walls. How could I forget? You always pretended not to pay attention, but it was obvious you were hanging on to my every word. I didn't think you had noticed. With the way your ears twitched my enthusiasm, it was impossible not to. Ung. This guy's very embarrassed. I'm sorry, go on. We don't speak about that part. The truth of the matter is, those stories were an inspiration. I often dreamt of a day I would leave the city myself as your loyal guardian. And now you've made that dream a reality, Taras. I couldn't be more grateful for that. You needn't thank me, Athelion. It was only through your own effort that such feats were possible. In fact, I should be thanking you for providing me a peace of mind that few others can. Your words honor me. Speaking of stories, I was actually planning to share a few with the local children after we got back to town. You're welcome to join me if you'd like. Me, Taras? I would be glad to, though I can't say I'll make for the best storyteller. Just have confidence, and I'm sure they'll love it. Now come, we shouldn't keep them waiting. But of course. That's nice. He's continuing the cycle anew. He's going to inspire some other kids. It's the most typical isekai anime. The start is a lot of world building, then action, then more world building. Yeah. Yep. I am not a huge fan of isekai. Just not super into it. They save their budget for the fights. So I didn't watch the anime. I just read the manga. All right, let's see if Radiel's interested. Are you ready to go now, Radiel? I am. Sorry for making you come all the way to my house with me. There's a few that are better than the rest. With how quickly everything's happened, I never really had the chance to say goodbye. And look, I grabbed a little something to remember my mom by. It is a marvelous painting, Radiel. That's her, back when she was first joining up with the Knights of Elheim. Apparently, she got it commissioned for next to nothing. You can hardly tell from looking at it, especially in the manner her sword gleams in the sunlight. Really something, isn't it? I always used to love it as a kid. Spent hours upon hours staring at it, just hanging there on the wall. Not that I ever dreamt of becoming a knight myself. Looking back on it now, I think it was all some kind of childish wonder. Admiration for a world I knew nothing about. Once I got older, I started seeing myself for the kind of prejudice half-elves like me face. I realized just how impossible reality this old thing depicted. It's sad. I'm sorry, Radiel. For that, it was painful even looking at it, so I shoved it in a closet and tried to forget instead. Kept it in there even after my mom died. But every once in a while, I'd dig it up and wonder what she'd think if she knew how I felt. Nothing else, I'm certain she would be happy to see you staring at it again, just as you did when you were a child. I can only imagine how proud it would make her to know you've inherited her bitter struggle against Sonoria. I'll win it, too, in her memory. That was nice. Made me sad. It was nice. Mushoko Tensei is a good one. The slime is a good one as well. I think Mushoko Tensei is on my list. It is. Yep. I can't remember if it was Muffin or Risky that recommended that, but that is on my list of things to watch at some point. Overlord is good, but I don't know if that's an isekai. Isn't it? I thought it was. Ooh, another one with Radiel immediately? It is. Overlord is great. I've not seen it myself, but seems kind of interesting. I must know Radiel. That is not her name. You're messing up the bag there, Alain. What were you like as a child? And where's this coming from? I couldn't say, really. I'm just curious, I suppose. Sure, if that's what you want. Not easy being a half-elf. Nowadays, most everyone tends to keep their distance from me. Although things were different when I was young. Kids are innocent until they learn to hate. So I had plenty of friends I used to play with, none of whom cared who I was or where I was from. The older we got, the less they treated me like one of their own. I couldn't understand it. At least not at the time. But I do now, and the cold reality of that truth hurts, almost as much as losing every friend you've ever known. Forgive me, Radiel, I should never have asked such an insensitive question. In truth, I've no experience with such discrimination myself, and I'll not claim to understand how you feel. but I hope to create a kingdom where none will have to suffer as you have, ever again. Knowing you, I have a feeling you might just do it. Let us pray you're right. I don't think there's any sort of romance here. Overlord is great. Couldn't recommend it more. It's worth the watch. 3 seasons. It's that short. With how often I see stuff about it, I thought it was like long as hell. Okay, do we not have any more video? That seems more of like a friendship so far than a romance. Tatiana. Ooh, brother, sister. Let's see how their relationship's going. Might be more you don't remember. That's fair. Alright, Travis and Berengaria. You guys make up yet? Travis, you're hurt. You planning on telling me what happened, or what? I overheard some people talking about stealing your armor. Thought I'd teach them a lesson, you know? Stop them from ever thinking about it again. Turns out there's not much I can do against a pack of thieves. And why do you even try? I could have handled them myself. If anything, I'm the one who should have gotten hurt. Well, maybe now you understand how I feel. Don't tell me this was on purpose. Nah, I'm not that eager to prove a point. Still, it doesn't feel good watching the only family you've got running themselves into the ground. Does it, Ren? It's like you're powerless. All you can do is let it happen. Though I will say, I think I'm starting to see how you feel, too. If one of us is bound to get hurt, I'd much rather it be me. Travis, I'm sorry. I never realized the pain I was putting you through. This is nice. You really mean that? Then stop. Oh, and I'm sorry, too. This wasn't how I wanted this conversation to go. Okay, they still got some work to do, but they're getting there. Damn it all. I told myself I was doing this to protect him, but maybe it doesn't matter what I thought. Might be more you don't remember. 4 seasons and might be a 5th underway. Prim and Hilda. Yeah, I mean, that's also a sister relationship. That's nice. We're doing all the siblings today, I guess. Hilda, I've been asked to do a little shopping in the city, and I was wondering if maybe you'd like to join me. I'd be glad to, as long as it doesn't take all day. Come, let's be off. Ah, that store over there has that most wonderful galettes, if you're feeling hungry at all. I am, but we're not here for lunch, Prim. Why don't we bring some back to camp for later? Are you sure we can't stop just for a moment? I've been wanting to take you here ever since I first tried the place myself. But we haven't even set foot in the market yet, let alone purchase the things we need. Oh, come on. There'll be plenty of time for that later. Hey, quit pulling. Prim is very food motivated, we've seen from other rapport conversations. Look at this hairpin, Hilda. It's perfect for you, don't you think? Enough, Prim. The others will think we've gone missing if we keep making childish detours like this. It's okay. I already told them we'd be back late. Now follow me to that store over there. I'm sure you'll love it. Well, that should be everything they asked for. If only it hadn't taken hours to get it all. That was some journey for one simple errand. I must have gotten a little carried away there. Sorry. I guess I was just excited to be spending time with you again. Prim, but I suppose it can't last forever. Let's get back to camp, Hilda. Wait. I want to do this again sometime. On our own, I mean. Not for someone else. And when we do, I'll have to pick out a new hairpin for you instead. You really mean that? Oh, I can't wait. Oh, look at them. That's so nice. 4 seasons. It will be the movie next, then probably season 5. Oh yeah, movie. Movie will be about an arc between season 3 and 4. Interesting. Okay, we're solving sibling relationships all over the place, and we love that. Use Taiga to keep track of anime. It's really good. I think you told me to look at that. Hold on. Let me look at my list here. Yeah, I have a note called Taiga. I don't know exactly what that means. I guess I'll put next to it, parentheses, tracks, anime. Tomorrow is the Bleach anime continuing, in a few days Tower of Goddess as well. Nice. What's going on with the Bleach anime? Are they changing the horrible ending from the manga? Or are they just going to continue that garbage. Taiga is also the name of a character in an anime. I should have taken better notes, because all I have is Taiga. Gilbert and Armis. Alright, brother relationship. We're repairing this now, too. Hold on. One moment. There we go. Alright, we got an ad coming up in 2 minutes. That's A-okay. Gilbert. Ah, Ludwig. What brings you here? Concern for you. Our king shouldn't be out wandering alone in the dark of night. You needn't worry yourself. I wasn't planning to stay long. This river always was your favorite place to clear your mind. You remember that? How could I not? I recall just about every moment of our time growing up together. Like the day Father scolded you for absconding with his mantle. Your tears practically formed a stream of their own. Yet, as always, you were there to protect me, even if it meant suffering the punishment yourself. My entire childhood, I wanted nothing more than to don this mantle. Just one moment would have been enough. I could have hardly imagined I would be standing here now with its favorite fabric draped across my shoulders. Merely one of the many things that has changed since you left. Indeed. If I may, Ludwig, I feel as though I've forgotten a great deal in your prolonged absence. The stories you used to read to me, your favorite pastry, the tones of your voice, and the tint of your eyes. So as long as we march under the same banner, I ask that you share with me the tales of your life. Remind me of who we once were, and teach me who you've become in the time since. I would like nothing more. That's nice. Little brotherly love. Now is a Squad 0 versus Quincy fight, so don't know yet. I don't remember what Squad 0 is, to be honest. I do remember the Quincy's, though. Okay, let's take the... I think this time the fights will be captains, agents, the few remaining Quincy's. Against, probably? Yeah. Against the few remaining Quincy's. Yeah, you must be getting close to the end. Okay, we got an ad coming up, so why don't we pause here? Don't worry, you won't miss anything. We're just going to sit here and listen to music for approximately 3 minutes, but we will be right back before you know it. Don't go anywhere, or, do. Take a break, get some snacks. Sorry about that, everyone. A movie came out on September 13th for Overlord. Nice. You know what you're doing tomorrow? Nice. Can't find it where you usually watch. Not nice. Nice thing about Taiga is that it has access to torrents. Huh. I haven't torrented anything in quite a while. Berg. Are you all right, Your Highness? I am. It is merely a headache, is all. Worry not, Joseph. I intend to be off to bed any minute now. I wish that were true, yet the maps and tactical reports in your hand appear to speak otherwise. What manner of leader would I be should I only rely on the knowledge of others? A sensible one, considering the alternative. Now come, you clearly need your rest. But if I don't do this, who will? Listen to me, my prince. I say this not as your advisor, but as the father given care of you by Queen Elenia. I cannot bear to see you suffer like this, to watch the fits of pain cast across your face. Then I'll not put you through it any longer. I only ask that you help me to my tent in return. As you wish, pray come with me. That's nice. Are you warm enough, Your Highness? Ah, you're hating the father-son relationship. It's so nice. You can only find Raws. Bummer. Surprise. Surprise blog. Wait, no. Who the hell names their group? Airi Raws and translates stuff. I don't know. I agree. That's not a great name if you're translating. Are you warm enough, Your Highness? I am. It feels as though I'm a child again, under your attentive care as I was for so many years on Palavia. Yet you've grown much and more in the time since. You stand taller now, kinder, a true leader, beholden to none but your own command. Be assured in that growth, and let your worries be washed away by gentle tide of sleep. Thank you, Joseph. Even in slumber, I can still see echoes of the boy you once were. How foolish I was to refer to myself as his father. No, dude, you definitely are, and that's heartwarming, and we love that. I'm the blade of the royal family and nothing more. Dude, come on. We got to see more of that. We got to get them on... we got to get Joseph to recognize his part in raising Alain. No? Alright, Ridiel and Tatiana is kind of meh. Okay, Nina and Alain? That could be something, right? Probably an interesting one. Liza and Magellan, they're brother-sister. That's nice. You have to go now? You have to wake up at 6:45 tomorrow? Maybe a little sleep wouldn't hurt. Yeah, sleep well, my friend. And I hope you feel better after your sickness. Talk to you later, man. Good luck. Okay, let's see. Let's go Alain and Nina. Let's try and stick closer to our goal of finding someone for Alain to marry. Getting sidetracked by all the nice relationships here. Wait, no! Ugh! Is everything all right, Nina? Are you in danger? I'm okay, I think. But my omelet assuredly isn't. Okay. A small piece of eggshell fell into the pan while I was cooking, and I grew so flustered that I dropped the entire thing on the floor. Which explains the cacophony I heard as I was rushing over. Rather an artful mistake, I must say. There was nothing artful about it. Though now that I think about it, perhaps the curse I put on you has come back to haunt me instead. Ah yes, the hope that I would be plagued by failed omelets for the rest of my life. I recall you uttered quite the insult as well. And I'm sorry for it. That's not how I want to live, nor how I wish to treat my allies. You know, Nina, I've heard a piece of eggshell every now and then could provide ample nutritional benefit. That's disgusting, dude. Don't eat eggshells. Also, I hate their father-son relationship. I didn't have a normal one, so he shouldn't either. Listen, my relationship with my father was terrible, and I'm still happy for Alain that he had a nice adoptive father. Everything seems to have remained safely in the pan as well, perfectly unharmed despite its abrupt introduction to the floor. So you see, there's nothing to be upset about, not in the slightest. I appreciate you saying so, Your Highness. You're right, I can still salvage this meal yet, and that's precisely what I plan to do. Thank you for helping me pull myself back together.
Bye, have a great time.
Bye, Benjamin. Sleep well. Was nothing at all. Now, if you need a hand, I know an idle young prince who may be willing to lend his aid. All right. All right. We're seeing a little something here, I think. You'd truly do that for me? But of course, after such a fine opening act, I wouldn't dare miss the conclusion for all the world. When you put it like that, I expect it might be nice to have a bit of company. Then let us begin at once. Yes, Your Highness. Though first, I'm sorry for putting that curse on you. Pay it no mind, Nina. The only matter I've... What? The only matter I have time for now is watching a master chef conduct her work. And prepare to be amazed, my loyal assistant. Okay, I like that. I think there might be something going on there. All right, who else we got? Chloe and Scarlett. Blaine and Aubin. Ooh, okay, hold on. I've been wanting to see this one. They, like, dated in the past. Maybe we can get them back together, even though it's always a terrible idea and you shouldn't date your exes. Evening, Clive. Ah, Monica, what is it? Do you always stare at the ground when you're speaking to someone? It's rude, you know. It's not that I don't wish to meet your gaze, of course. It's merely... Enough, Clive. I know you had your reasons for deceiving me, as did my grandfather. What's done is done. Be that as it may, it doesn't change the manner in which I wronged you. Well, I won't argue with that. It was rather uncivil of you, but bearing a grudge does me little good, knowing you only did what you thought was best. Unless there's something else you feel guilty about, of course. Should I be worried? Please, it's nothing as substantial as that. I was merely struck by how unchanged you seem, despite the ever-looming threat of war. Even now, your iron will is as apparent as in your eyes as it has always been. 'Tis beautiful, I must admit. Let's go, Clive. Get in there, dude. I don't know what to say, Clive. Then say nothing at all. Even should you forgive my failings, I have no right to stand at your side ever again. You've changed as well. Years past, I could never have foreseen you standing tall against the might of Zenoria like this. I suppose not, no. Alright, we gotta get them together. Okay, Clive and Adele. Adel, whatever his name is. Ooh, second part. There's also the matter of Lex. Care for a drink, Clive? Lady Monica. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Oh, not at all. And for the record, I would be glad to drink with you. But Monica, and so would Clive, it seems. Lead the way, Adel. All right, he's wingmaning. Once this war is over, you think we're going to start families of our own? Why, is there a lucky lady you had in mind? What? No. I mean, I do get approached a lot. Yeah, okay, dude. But I've honestly never been great at talking to women. Ever since I was young, I was damn certain I wanted to be a knight. So I spent most of my time on the training ground with sweaty old men, not in the town with girls. Same as Clive here. I think you've had enough for the evening, Adel. What do you mean? I'm barely even drunk yet. Besides, I know you agree with me. If only we had brides of our own. Maybe things would be different. All the better if it could be someone gorgeous like you, Monica. Uh-oh. Rivalry. Spoken like a true drunkard. Thank you. Speaking of betrothal, though, I believe Clive here was once engaged himself. Now wait just a sec. Is she telling the truth, Clive? Adel, please, mind your volume. I was once sworn to be married, yes, but that arrangement has years since dissolved. Heh. You mean all that time we spent in the Ash and Blue, you weren't actually single? But I thought you and me were the same. Lone wolves all our lives. Calm yourself, Adel. And you, Monica, cease this mockery of our past at once. Wait, our past? Ah, yes, I suppose I forgot to mention. Clive's former fiancée is none other than myself. Was that truly necessary, Monica? Adel? Are you all right, Adel? I think the shock may have broken him. Okay. Sorry, Adel. Clive and Renault. Sure, we could get that later, but let's continue the romance, I think. Or should we go for a bromance? We could do a bromance. Adel and Clive. They're constantly competing with each other. Ha! You know, Adel, training like this delivers my mind straight to our days coming through the Order. I was just thinking the same thing. I'm amazed we even survived it. Faster, Clive. Even the slowest foot shoulder can dodge such languid thrusts. Understood, sir. And you're lacking accuracy, Adel. Speed means nothing if you can't even land a simple blow. Thank you, sir. I mean, they all seem to be doing it at the same speed. That's enough for now. Convene with the infantry for joint maneuvers. Move. Strict though he might have been, the captain bore great kindness as well. You remember the day Zenora invaded our province? He sent us to the rear guard and took to the front line himself to lead the charge. I was furious, sick of being treated like a damn child who could barely hold a spear. But I realize now it wasn't a lack of confidence that motivated the command. He was protecting us. Indeed. The captain entrusted us with the future of our order and the future of Fevrith. This is the only reason we stand here today. Difficult as it was at the time, we owe him our lives. So many have lost friends and family to this war, losses which must be avenged. And strength is the only way we'll see it happen. I couldn't agree more. We must further hone our spears, as the captain said, and do proud those who keep faith in us, His Highness most of all. Come, Clive, we've got training to do. Okay, that's nice. They train sometimes, they drink sometimes, and sometimes they want to get late. So, good for them. Level 40? Okay, that explains why I didn't get that. Meh. Okay, Father-Son Part 2. Excuse me. You're 45 minutes late. Did you miss anything important? So far, Alain has shown, Alain rizzed up Melisandre, real hard. So I'm thinking she's the likely choice. But we're still looking around. We're getting a little bit sidetracked here. We're looking at father-son relationships, maybe brother-sister. And by that, I mean not romantic. We're just exploring, how we've repaired them by making them fight together like I've been doing this entire game. But, yeah, the most important thing you've missed is Melisandre and Alain seem like a good couple. Alain was really laying it on smooth to Melisandre, which was surprising. Having trouble sleeping, Joseph? Ah, good evening, Your Highness. I was merely recalling the last time I set foot in these lands, on a voyage of duty at Queen Elenia's side. What reason did you and my mother have for visiting Elheim? If you wouldn't mind sharing the tale with me, that is. Must have been 20 years past by now. We had received word that a pack of Bestrels were seen crossing the border into southern Cornea. Evidently, they hailed from this very region. Yet at the time, passage to and from Bistorius to our north was altogether barred. So as you can surely imagine, few in Cornea had ever laid eyes on a Bestral before that day. How did they arrive in Elheim, exactly? And for what purpose were they advancing into our territory? That was what we hoped to learn, ourselves, and sent the lord of the region, Ryman, to capture the errant Bestrels. Interesting. Ryman is that dickhead who was using the Bistorius blue to, make Bestrels go crazy. The foul sorcerer betrayed our nation. Shortly after, an envoy of soldiers crossed the border from Elheim and demanded we hand over any Bestrels we were able to capture. And of course, to alert them to the presence of any fur that we discovered. Ryman reacted rather severely upon hearing this. He claimed it naught but pretext for the Elven nation to invade our own. I can hardly think of a single reason why they want to do such a thing. From what I understand, the bounties of Elheim are equally as rich as those of Cornea, if not more so. And they've little economic hardship due to lengthened lifespans and slower population growth. Right you are, Your Highness. Queen Elenian argued those very points herself. But there can be no discounting the inordinate fear which people have for the unknown. The particular region of Elheim is home to a great many half-elves, while the pure-blooded tend to be a few and far between. In other words, it is a place of refuge for the undesirable parts of elven society. Yet rather than sympathize with the plight of the downtrodden, Cornea is rampant with baseless rumors and slander. Chief among them, a claim that the elves had employed a wicked magic to transform humans into bestial warriors. Ironic, given that that's what Ryman was doing. Warriors who they kept hidden in this territory with the intent of launching an eventual attack. Sensing the danger in such spiteful sentiments, Queen Elenia requested an audience with the then Tyrannos of Elheim. Thus it was decided they would meet here, in a province known for its relative independence, and that I was to accompany Her Majesty, in a vital role as her personal guard. Were you able to reach a resolution? In the end, yes. Both nations agreed to only patrol their respective sides of the border in search of Bestrels. Those Bestrels would then be delivered safely back to Bistorius, as stated in terms negotiated with their king. It was upon the fulfillment of that agreement that this cautionary tale met its conclusion. I hadn't realized these lands held such history. Her Majesty's political sense was truly a joy to witness, while all who doubted her could only look on in stunned silence. I have every faith that such skill lives on within you as well. I pray you're right, and thank you, Joseph, for sharing the story with me. Okay, we didn't get any resolution to the father-son dynamic that we had before. Got a reply from the GM. He screwed up the setup of the campaign and had to delete it. We'll post again soon. You have to reapply. Let's see. Elaine, Clive Renault. We'll do an Elaine Tatiana. Alright, I have to drink water because this is a lot more talking than normal. Excuse me. Whew. Alright, let's see what we got. Is there romance here? If you need something from me, I suggest you send a messenger instead. You never know when I might lose my temper and attempt to kill you. Wow. Violent. When we first met, you said you wished to see what ideals I fight for. Yet if you're going to do so, you'll need to observe firsthand how I choose to conduct myself. Would also much prefer not having to avoid you, if at all possible, especially considering my own desire to study your work. Amusing thought, but without years of dedicated study, you won't even understand what you're looking at. Indeed, I know how hard you've struggled to reach your current level of expertise, and I wouldn't expect a novice such as I to comprehend your research at first glance. Yet if I don't at least try, I feel strongly that I'll never comprehend you either. Grant me that opportunity, Tatiana, please. I swear I'll not get in your way. What a strange man you are. First, you decided not to punish my wrongs, and now you refuse to keep your distance, despite the fact that I clearly despise you. More than just plain tolerance, though. You have a strong will, and a dash of ruthlessness, too. I wonder, how will Cornea flourish with you at its helm? And more importantly, how will it fall? I can't say myself, but that's precisely why you should be observing my every move. Both now and after Fevrith is in its rightful hands once more. I'm getting a, like, Yandere feeling from her. Let's see. Ooh. Brother, sister. Let's see what we got. Maybe we can repair their relationship entirely at this point. Looks like this is goodbye. Wait, Ren, please. I can't keep doing this alone. Okay, so probably like a nightmare. Flashback. Ah. You okay, Travis? I haven't seen someone scream themselves awake in years. Just a bad dream is all. I thought you were leaving me again. Oh, good. Now I'm giving you nightmares. What's so funny? Back while you were gone, everything was the other way around. I'd always dream about being in the Tricoins together, fighting side by side like nothing had ever happened. What scared me most was waking up, realizing that none of it was real. I wished I could just live in my dreams, instead of alone on the outside. I had no idea. But now, no matter how bad a dream might get, you're always here when I open my eyes. I take that over how it used to be any day of the week. Huh. Wait, doesn't this mean you'll be having nightmares for the rest of your life? Oh, can't say I envy that. But it's like you said, better that than the alternative. While I can't fix everything, I can stay with you. Besides, how else am I going to make sure you're staying out of trouble? Thanks, man. You have no idea how long I've waited to hear you say that. That's nice. I think we fixed it up entirely. Alain from regular talk to straight up simp mode with Melisandre. Yeah, he really did go crazy with that. I was like, what is happening? I got no indication that you were interested at all. And then all of a sudden he was like full Rizener. Okay. Ooh, Clive and Monica? Alright, Clive and Monica, we gotta get you back together, I think. Do you mind if we spoke for a moment, Monica? Do you mind if we spoke for a moment? I'm fairly sure that's speak, but what do I know? Well, this is convenient. You're just the man I was looking for. Oh, and why is that? You're the one who started this conversation. You first. Well, I was walking through town just now and came upon a tea I remember you used to love quite dearly. Let's go, Clive. Of course, I'm not certain if it's still to your liking, but I bought some for you, if you would accept it. I would be glad to, thank you. And worry not, my tastes don't change that easily. It's a relief to hear. Go on, then. Actually, perhaps we should discuss my business first. If you wish. What is it? In truth, while I was inspecting the marketplace myself, I happened to purchase your favorite flavor of sweet bun. Let's go, dude. Here we go. And do you mean to say that bun is for me? Who else would it be for? Strange how the stars seem to align sometimes. Perhaps we could take tea together. Are you certain you don't mind? I wouldn't have suggested it if I did. Yes, I suppose not. Forgive me for dithering. I shall prepare for our meal at once. I wonder how long has it been since we dined together like this? Far too long, by my estimations. Thank you, Monica. Let's go. Okay, Monica off the table for Alain. She's clearly with Clive. That's good to know. We've got one person crossed off the list. In that regard, you know what? Let's cross more people off the list. Let's look at Lex. Where's Lex and Chloe? Lex has a love triangle going on with Chloe and Sharon. Hold on. How do I... You haven't maxed with Chloe yet? What the hell? Or Sharon? Dude, you're together all the time. You've literally not been in the same group for the entire game. How are you guys not maxed? That's crazy. There's only one conversation with Colm? Wait, it's only showing people that are in... Oh, okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Who the hell is Jersemi? These must
Skill issue.
Skill issue? These must be random, mercenaries I've hired? Why do they have rapport at all, though? Holy balls, that's a lot of support conversations. No kidding. Well, to be fair, the only ones that are support conversation... We're not maxed with Joseph. We can't see the resolution. That's horrible. The only ones that are technically support conversations are the ones that have the hand in the heart. So, like, for example, Mordon, we're level 2 with, but we only have one rapport conversation. That skill issue took its sweet time. That's not good. Okay, I think we should stick to people that we've actually had Alain hang around with. You know? That makes sense to me. So our options are Scarlet, Sharon, who I think is off the table because of Lex. But we'll investigate that. Nina. Melisandre, definitely. Tatiana's, I guess, in the running. Ridio for sure seems like it could be something. Really? You haven't interacted with Rosalinde? She's shown clear interest in you. Okay. Okay, let's investigate Sharon. Although I think Sharon and Lex are a thing, so maybe not. Although he could be with Chloe, I don't know. I'm not sure. Bye, Miss Sharon. Despite their circumstances, the children of this orphanage seem to be living life as bravely as they can. Yet at times I've noticed a profound sadness behind their eyes. That's simply the reality of losing your parents at such a young age. No matter how hard you try to heal the wound on your heart, a bitter scar will always remain. Though I have someone now who's able to soothe that pain, at least a little bit. Speak of Aegis. I suppose I don't exactly hide it, She always used to remind me I'm not alone. That through all of my toughest moments, she would be there to ease my worries. While it's true I never knew my birth parents, I only became the woman I am today through the love I felt throughout my life. That of the priest that of the priest at Ronbor, who raised me as though I were his own daughter, as well as that of Lady Oaklease, of course. Yet now you've left that home behind in favor of our army. Tell me, Sharon, how have you found the liberation in the time since? For me, it has been a place of great warmth and love, just as my old orphanage was, in fact. Evident in the way we've helped so many children deprived of their parents by the cruelty of this war, and in the way those children smile every time they see us approach. Indeed it is. 'Tis for their sake that we must see this war brought to a swift conclusion. Never again must the youth of our kingdom suffer the unbearable pain that we have, the pain of losing those you hold most dear. Just remember you can't end their suffering alone, Prince. I'll be at your call whenever you need of me. I didn't really sense any romance there, though those were nice sentiments that they were sharing there. Alright, who else we got? We got part 2 of that? Tatiana, we could continue looking at, I suppose. I'm not feeling it so far, though. Uh-oh. Who are you people? Well, well, well. Looks like we found ourselves a rebel. Just a lucky break we've been waiting for. About time something went our way. You intend to kill me then? Very well. Seems I'll be reunited with Lord Ghislaine sooner than I expected. Just stand still and I'll make this quick. Hope you know it's nothing personal. Aw, she looks scared. Hell yeah, Alain. Tatiana! What were you thinking leaving camp alone at this time of night? I thought I told you to stay away from me. I want nothing to do with the man who murdered Lord Ghislaine, or a fool who decides who lives and dies, and who dies on pure impulse. I can't deny that I took Ghislaine from you. I cut him down with my own 2 hands. Yet those he sacrificed were not nameless victims. They had families, lives, people who cared for them. Just as you did for him. He no doubt believed his deeds to be a necessary evil, but I refused to stand and watch while your lord made unwilling martyrs of his own citizens. You know nothing of the horrors that plague brought upon us, nor could I claim to. All I knew was that I had to put a stop to Ghislaine's transgressions. If you wish to call that mere impulse, then so be it. I have taken the lives of countless enemies in the name of this war, lives that would have otherwise endured to see another dawn, each of them with family and friends who care deeply for them. While I wish I could protect everyone who calls these lands homes, I fear that's not within my power. Yet once I become king, I'll no doubt be forced to make even crueler decisions regarding the fate of my people. So hate me if you will, Tatiana. It doesn't change what I feel must be done. And I'm certain Ghislaine bore much the same resolve. You imply that you and he are alike? You and he are alike. Excuse me. Lord Ghislaine would still live had I only worked harder to finish that cure. But looking at it now, I realized that deep down I was holding myself back. I knew that once our research was complete, my lord would have no reason to keep me at his side. To me, there was no thought more terrifying than that. Yikes. Thus I hesitated. Unwittingly brought about his death rather than fulfill the dream he so desperately yearned for. My hatred for you is purely a way to deflect my own fear. Fear that I could have prevented my savior's demise. Then hate me all you want, on Lord Ghislaine's behalf. But rather that than request that everyone in his army adore me my every action. As if you even need to ask, I wouldn't forget what you did so easily. What is this? Shell of a lunas glam. Has powerful medicinal effects, but only when first bathed beneath the light of the moon. Ah, so that's why you were out here. Tatiana? I really believed I was ready to die when those soldiers first surrounded me, but I realized then that I want to live, a notion that grew even stronger when you came to my rescue. Nobody deserves to be sacrificed, even for the noblest of causes. We all want to keep living, and yet... Forgive me, Tatiana, for not giving Ghislaine that chance. We should get back to camp. I still have a few more shells to find myself, and I doubt there'll be any further patrols tonight. Go, please. As you wish. Be careful, Tatiana. I pray you can forgive me, Lord Ghislaine. All I had wanted was to stay at your side, but now we stand separated by the veil of death. While each new day brought you deeper into madness, I did nothing to prevent its monstrous advance. I swear on my life, I'll rid our world of that foul disease, just as you had always dreamed. Farewell, my lord. All right, I got no sense of any sort of romance there. So, Tatiana, you are off the list. All right, who else we got? I think that might be it for natural rapport conversations for Alain. So I think that it's time that we do some fine dining.
Hey there, you want something to eat?
Yes. All right, let's get Alain and Rosaline to eat together. There you are. Not a very good use of my money, though. Yeah, no, we gotta do the tender press chicken. Let's eat, by the way, want to smash later. That's how they do it, man. You go on dates to eat. Are these different?
Hey there.
They are different. 250. Holy, dude. That's a lot of rapport. Is there like a number value here? I wish I knew if there was a number value attached to these. Obviously there is, but I don't know how much we need. Okay, so 250 for 2 people, but it was 1,500 buckaroonies.
Hey there, you want something to eat?
So far, our best value is 100 for 5 people at 1,500. Let's see what we got here.
Looking to beat the heat, are we? Let me know what you need.
Those are terrible. Also, margarita pizzas. Gross, dude. Hate it. Alright, what do we got?
Well, hello there. What can I get started for you?
Okay, hold on. Does this lady want a romance Alain? Okay. Tavern lady, would you like to join the list? Okay. 5. Wait, this is what I saw earlier, isn't it? Sorry, Tavern lady threw me. She's wearing like heavy eyeshadow and it's got white hair and it's kind of goth looking. That's kind of my type. I'm not Alain. That's not what Elaine's looking for. Out of all the conversations, found any that you like? I like a lot of the conversations. I like the relationships between the siblings that have been strained that we've been fixing.
You want something to eat?
This is the same. I found Melisandre's and Elaine's rapport conversations interesting. I was surprised that they ended up liking each other, like outwardly. Alain was very clear that he was interested, which is strange.
Looking to beat the heat, are we?
Did I
Let
already
me know
look
what
at this?
you need.
No.
Feel
I liked the first rapport conversation between Joseph and Alain, where Joseph referred to himself as Elaine's father, and then kind of like
looking to beat the heat, are we?
walked
Let
that
me know
back.
what- Feel
So I want to see more of that one, to be honest. Okay, so far I'm still thinking that chicken is our best option here.
good seeing you, friend. I'll take your order anytime.
Okay. Cheese-filled steak hache. I think these are all terrible. Oop, one sec. Unexplained Torturer is a crazy name. Oh, thank you, Muffin. That's insane. Unexplained Torturer. Why?
Good seeing you, friend. I'll take your order anytime.
Okay, you must have a sister in the capital city of Cornea.
Don't be-
Random name generator with Torturer in it? That's crazy.
Heavens, you're chilled to the bone. A
good meal will warm you up in no time.
Beef and vegetable pas à fou. 130 for 5 people. 1,500 bucks was for the 100. That's got to be the best value we've seen so far, right? 130 for 5 for 2,000.
Heavens, you're chilled to the bone. A good meal will warm you.
Yeah, those suck. I do like rice pilaf in real life, though.
Heavens, you're chilled to the bone.
Okay, you got the same thing.
Stay warm.
All right, let's see what angels eat.
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get you today?
I don't know. 200 for 3 people at 1,800 is a pretty good deal, too. God, I wish I knew how much,
Drop by again.
like, the different levels of rapport were.
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get you today?
150 for 3 for 2,250. I mean, for 5, I should
Drop
say.
by again.
I think it's got to be that one, right?
Thanks for stopping in. What can I drop by?
Okay, yeah, it's that one. All right, let's start having our people eat food together. Okay.
Thanks for stopping.
So, we want Alain, we want Lex, we want Chloe, we want Sharon, and we want Rosalinde. And I think that we haven't had Rosalinde and Alain together ever, so this should show us how much on the track this is.
I have a feeling you'll like this.
Thank you. Wow. That looks hot as hell, dude. I think you should, like, let that sit for a while. Okay, we're eating it anyways, I guess. Got some cheese. You got some potatoes. Okay, so 150 is enough to get the first level. Is it enough to get the second level? We'll find out. Well, hold on. Where do we do that? Lex, how close are you to doing... You're almost max with Sharon. What about Chloe? You're almost max with Chloe. Okay. Tavern.
Thanks for.
Lex. Sharon. Chloe. Rosalinde. Yeah.
I have a feeling you'll like.
Yum, 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 yum. Okay, we maxed with Sharon and Lex. That's great. We didn't get anywhere with anyone else, which is not great. Rosalinde, Lex, Alain, Chloe. Joseph. Let's get the Joseph level to level 3.
I have a feeling.
Yum, yum, yum. Okay, we maxed
Drop by.
Max, Chloe, and Lex, so Lex can go away.
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get?
So Alain, Joseph. Rosalinde. Nina. Let's see Berengaria. Berengaria's rad as hell, dude.
I have a feeling.
Okay. Same group. I've already forgotten the group. Rosalinde. Nina.
I have a feel.
Yum, yum, yum. Okay, that did nothing for us. Seasoned Gourmand. What is this? Ate 10 meals in the tavern. Okay.
I have a feeling.
Okay, we maxed Alain and Rosalinde and Joseph. All right, let's do some more conversations. What do we got here? Where are we? Where are we at here? Alain and Chloe? I guess. I think Chloe is interested in Lex, though. Erg. By the side, Your Majesty. Forgive me, Chloe. It was nothing important, I assure you. Certainly didn't sound like nothing. Well, I suppose I just haven't adapted to speaking like royalty all the time. All those years I spent learning under Joseph, and I still feel like I barely have anything to show for it. I can understand why. When I first met you, you couldn't tell anyone you were actually a prince, and that meant talking like anyone else does. I always used to find it endearing, to be honest. Now I feel like I'm constantly forcing myself to be someone I'm not. Maybe you just need a bit of practice, then. That would be great, assuming you're offering, I mean. We can start right now. Say that again, but like a prince would. Ahem. Should you truly wish to grant me such kindness, I would be honored to accept. That's better. Phew, I was worried for a second there. Don't be. I thought it all sounded quite elegant, actually. And I know you're leading an army now, but I hope we can still talk to each other like friends, at least when it's just the two of us. As do I. Thank you again, Chloe. That's nice. Not really getting a romance vibe from that. Alright, who we got now? Another Alain and Chloe. I want to see Berengaria and Alain. I feel like they could be an interesting couple. The hell is your deal, Alain? I'm sorry? I don't get it. You're still just a kid, but you're out here leading one of the biggest armies Trevor's ever seen. And yeah, you've got help, I know. But it's a tough job. That was true, even running the tiny little band I used to. It's almost scary seeing how easy you make it look. Not to mention, I was fresh off working for Zenora when he asked me to join you. Why weren't you afraid of me, damn it? I was, and I still am, of a great many things. My lack of experience, chief among them. But then I think back to the day that Cornea fell. The look on my mother's face as she bade me flee. In that moment, all I could see was the concern she bore for me, not even a hint of fear. And even though I know she was only trying not to worry me, I've long since decided to carry on that spirit. No matter what terror I might feel, my army shall never know a trace of it. Heh, makes sense to me. Keep yourself strung too taut and you're likely to just snap in half. So yeah, I'll be here if you ever need to talk. That's nice. You have my thanks, Berengaria. Okay. That could be something. Let's see. Another Berengaria? Sure. Well, if it isn't everyone's favorite little workhorse. Please, Berengaria, you needn't patronize me. I'm not. Just thought you could use a bit of a friendly teasing is all. If everyone keeps treating you like some kind of perfect commander, you'll always feel like you're stuck acting the part. That would be rather stifling, yes. But you and me, we barely know each other. Which means we're free to just breathe. Be ourselves, without giving a damn what anyone else thinks. I suppose it would feel rather odd letting my guard down and miss my royal retainers. Right? I wouldn't want to get dead talking to my men like this either. You know, Berengaria, I believe that's the first time I've ever seen you laugh like that. You got a problem with it? Not at all. It's almost stunning in a way. Uh-oh. Make fun of me again, it'll be the last thing you do. That's not my intent, I assure you. Just a little friendly teasing, as you put it, but I promise I meant every word. Me? Stunning, huh? Can't say I've ever thought of myself like that, and I don't think anyone's called me it either, but feels pretty good, don't you think so? Okay, hold on, we're getting somewhere with this. That could be something. He makes a good point about them being able to be themselves around each other. All right, Nina and Alain were kind of... They had something going on. He was cooking omelets for him and stuff. Grr. Haha. Hold a moment, please. I need a second to catch my breath. Well, perhaps you wouldn't if you were actually helping instead of laughing at me. Who knew it was this difficult to properly fold an omelet? Still, I'll not give up yet. Forgive me, Nina. I don't mean to poke fun at your misfortunes. Especially when I'm not even certain I could succeed at the art myself. Perhaps I should attempt it before I speak any further, Yes, you can laugh all you want once you prove you can actually do it. As you wish, one perfect fold right away. Hehehe. Seems that every time I hope to focus, memories of your past failures come flooding into my mind. Ah, you broke it. There goes your right to tease me, Your Highness. Indeed, and your laughter at my expense is, alas, well earned. Present troubles aside, Nina, it's rather incredible how quickly your skills have developed. There's not a shard of eggshell anywhere to be seen, nor has our food been cast to the ground in frustration. Soon enough, the plight of your initial endeavor shall be but a distant memory. No doubt because I have a marvelous assistant observing my every move. How long does he plan to look after me, I wonder? What was that, Nina? Oh, nothing important. Now then, for the finishing touch. A portrait of you, my prince, drawn entirely in sauce. They do seem to be having fun together. Ooh, Alain and Rosalinde. Boo. Ah! Please don't scare me like that when I'm reading Rosalinde. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself, seeing you standing there all defenseless. It's odd, though. You seemed nothing like this when we first met. Like what? Well, friendly, I suppose. You struck me more as a formal princess than one who would play tricks on her commander. That felt more like two close friends than marriage material. Yeah, I could see that. That's a good point. Hey, you're awfully cute when you're flustered. Okay, I mean, Rosalinde's laying it on thick here. It's simply that the more we spend time together, the more I want to learn about who you really are. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of who I really am, too. Well, I can't fault your logic. Unless you're saying you liked me better before. Oh, snap. You're standing rather close to me, Rosalinde. Is there something wrong with that? Uh-oh. Not as such, no. It's only that it's impossible to read with my book covered in your shadow. Ah, yes, you're reading. Perhaps I wouldn't mind joining you in that venture myself. Though don't worry, I'll make certain I don't obstruct your view. So much for my quiet afternoon. Okay. She's definitely interested in him, but it's not feeling like he's interested in her. Okay, try this one. See if their relationship improves here. Oh, I must have fallen asleep for a moment. And deeply at that. Have you been getting enough rest of late? Friend zone home, girl, yeah. It felt like that was Scarlet too, but then at the end he was like, nope, actually we're more than friends, maybe. So it might evolve. We don't know. No, actually. Why didn't you wake me up? I'm certain my head was rather heavy on your shoulder. I admit I did consider it, yet you seem so peaceful, Rosalinde, without a single trouble in the world. Heh. Feels like it was only yesterday you lose your composure the minute I drew near to you. Not that I'm complaining, of course, but it's barely even half as enjoyable teasing you anymore. Then all the better, in my view. By the way, Rosalinde, you were speaking in your sleep just now. Oh, and what did I say? Something about wanting to spend more time with you, I assume? Why did she get chosen instead of me? I surmise you were speaking of Etelinde becoming the next Tyrannos. Interesting. I always coveted the role, you know? Only natural when your mother is one of the best this land has ever seen. None of that matters now. Sonora took my sister from me. You used her body for their vile schemes. The thought alone sets my blood to boil. If only she wasn't the Tyrannos. If only I had been chosen in her place. She would never have gotten her mind taken over by that damned witch. Am I hearing you correctly, Rosalinde? That you wish such harm could have befallen you instead? Yes. How very unlikely. Either way, the only thing I can do now is make sure nobody else gets hurt ever again. Thank you for the shoulder, Alain. That was a better sleep than I've had in months. Not great, considering you had, like, a nightmare. I merely pray it was to your benefit. I don't know. I don't know if he's interested in her. Not really getting that sense, to be honest. Let's see their final one. Oops. Alright, last one between them. Let's see what we got. Regarding our recent conversation, Rosalinde. You mean the one we had during our last battle, or the time I kept you from reading your book? That was a 180? You think? I don't know. I'm still not getting that he's interested. Neither, in fact. I speak of the day you fell asleep on my shoulder. What about it? I can't stop thinking about what you said. How you wish that you had been Turanos so that Atalinde would never have come to harm. Yet despite your attempts to laugh the matter off afterward, I can tell you truly meant every word. You'd rather be hurt yourself than see someone you care about experience the same. Moreover, you would gladly bear such pain alone before you even considered sharing it with another. I can't disagree with that. If I had to choose between me and Atalinde, I would pick myself every time. It tormented me to no end, the horrid way that Zenora sunk their fangs in her. Oh, you meant the tone of the conversation? I agree. It did go from her playfully teasing him to getting real deep. But now I have the chance to ease her agony, to shoulder her burdens, however possible. So trust me, it's better that way. You're wrong. You speak of torment, of the agony you would be willing to bear in her name. But where would that leave you, Rosalinde? Knowing the length of an elven lifespan, your suffering would surely endure for a great many years. I won't let you consign yourself to such a wretched fate. That must sound absurd coming from me. Compared to you, I'm akin to a newborn child, ignorant to the ways of the outside world. All the same, I can't abide the thought of you weathering these wounds alone for even a day, let alone the rest of your life. Well, isn't this a surprise? I've never met a human with this much insight into the sorrows my kind can face. It's a good thing you sleep talk, then. I dare say I'd not have realized without it. All that from a few mumbled words? Very well, Alain. I'll do as you ask. But might I make a request of you as well? Okay, she's blushing. What is it? Stay at my side and stand watch over my actions. That way I'll know for sure I'm not trying to shoulder everything alone. It would be my greatest honor. Thank you, Alain. I don't know, man. I'm just not getting that he's into her in the same way that she's into him. I think Rosalinde might be out. Which is a bummer, because I like her as a character. That felt forced? Yeah. I just don't think Alain knew what he was signing up for, to be honest. All right, let's see Alain and his fatherly figure. I hope we get a nice fatherly moment here. This is the last one between them, if I'm not mistaken. Occurs to me, Joseph, that I never be standing here now. I'd never be standing here now without your tireless support. Not at all, Your Highness. In fact, I believe it is your kindness which has drawn such a wealth of strength to our army. I beg to differ. Not sure you remember this, but... Flashback? That shall be enough training for the day, my prince. Am I getting stronger now? Not yet, no. True power demands years of daily practice, while our work has only continued for mere months. Understood. Hey, look at that flower. I wish my mom was here to see it. She loved flowers. Okay, don't bum me out now, dude. Indeed she did. I'm certain the sight would bring her great joy. Oops. Is something the matter? I'm sorry, Joseph. For what exactly? I'm not supposed to think about my mom anymore. Jesus Christ, this is bumming me out. And why would you believe such a thing? Well, she's gone, right? Nothing I do is ever going to bring her back. Forgive me for saying so, but you are gravely mistaken, Your Highness. You have no need to forget her memory or to stop speaking of her. Really? The only thing you mustn't do is let yourself be held captive by your grief. But remembering her is what makes me sad. 'Tis a natural thing for the time being, yet those memories shall be the very thing that drives you forth in life. Treasure them as you treasured your mother herself. And pray never forget, tearing up over here, this is making me sad. And pray never forget that I shall always stand beside you in your times of need. Okay. Dude, he's a good dad. I suppose I had forgotten about that, yes. I may not be your son, but you raised me as a father all the same. In a sense, it's almost as though I stole your life from you. Do not think such falsehoods, Your Highness. I am the blade of the royal family, sworn to serve your lineage for the remainder of my days, as I always have, ever since I was first appointed Knights Captain. You have my thanks, Joseph, for showing me such warmth of heart all these years. It is an honor, my prince, to have watched you grow into the fine young man you are today. task which I shall gratefully continue for as long as I have left on this earth. That's nice. That made me sad. A little cry. A little emotional, but he acknowledged him as his father, and that's very sweet, and I love that. All right. Who we got next? Ooh, Lex and Chloe. Gotta get a drink. All right, Chloe and Lex. If you don't act now, Chloe, Sharon is going to steal him. Damn it, I don't think I'm ever going to beat Alain at this rate. Times like these call for a bit of stress eating, though. You got anything good for me, Chloe? You never learn, do you? What are you talking about? Your casual demeanor towards the prince, of course. I saw you sparring just now, and friend or not, don't forget that you're still his subject. Can't you try being at least somewhat formal with him? Look, I know you're really focused on getting that stuff right. But, I don't know. I think I'd rather just keep doing things the same way I always have. We're not children anymore, Lex. If you speak to him like that after he's ascended to the throne, you could easily find yourself tossed in jail, or worse. I mean, yeah, I guess, but getting all stuffy just makes me feel like we're not even close anymore. It's already sad enough seeing how much Elaine's changed since we were kids, you know? Well, I guess I can't deny that. But I'm glad you're still the same as ever, Chloe. Kinda relieved, to be honest. Lex, Anyway, me and Alain are friends, and nothing's getting in the way of that, no matter how noble he gets. And I don't want him thinking all this prince stuff is changing things for me either. So yeah, if you ask me, I'm better off not doing a damn thing different. I might not agree with that, but I do understand it. I think I see why Sir Joseph's been so reluctant to have this conversation with you. Guess he's already seen the light, huh? Oh, and don't you go change it on me either, Chloe. I want to keep our friendship just the way it is. Okay, friend-zoned. Jeez Louise. By the way, what'd I come here for anyway? You were looking for a snack after His Majesty bested you, remember? Here, there's plenty of leftover bread you can have. Oh yeah, totally forgot about that. You do have a point, though. I doubt I'd like it very much if you started being all formal out of the blue. Now you're talking. I'd hate it too. That never changed, Lex. Okay. That gave me more friend vibes, though. All right, we have an ad break coming up. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. We'll do 3 minutes of ads and music, and we'll be right back. So go get a snack, get a drink, do what you got to do. We will be back shortly. All right, we're back. Lex and Chloe definitely just friends. Yeah, that's the vibe I got from that conversation as well. I swear in the first one they had together, though, Lex said something about being interested in her. Could be making that up, though. You want Lex and Sharon. Are they not maxed? Yeah, they're maxed. Wait, they don't have another one? Are you for real? Wait, does Lex not get a romance option? Wait, was that the last one? That was the last one for them. Holy crap. Okay, I guess Lex is not getting a romance option. That's a bummer. Okay. Wait, it just lets us teleport there? That's crazy. Alright, Alain and Chloe, what you got to say? Isn't it a little early to be out training, Chloe? Your Majesty, I didn't think anyone else was up at this hour. Spear is the one thing I have any talent with, so I want to keep my skills as sharp as possible. Scarlet's still a choice for Lex? Yeah, we can explore that. She's openly said she's interested in Alain, though. You probably don't know this, but I actually have 2 sisters back home. I'm the only one of us who was ever interested in becoming a soldier, too. My dad hardly knew what to do with me. That's why he sent me off to train under Sir Joseph. I'd heard from Joseph that your father was a local Cornian lord, yes. Though I confess I never knew that was the reason you came to Palavia. Why did you never mention it to me? Because he surrendered to Zenoria not long after. I know now that he only did it to protect her family, but at the time I just didn't know how to tell you. Sorry for not bringing it up sooner. Please, we all have things we seek to defend. Your father was no different. As for our territory, it's a little province right near Grand Kareen. Once the war is over, I plan to go back, to find my sisters and do what I can to help them start anew. Seems you care quite deeply for them. I do. Still, I suppose I should figure out how to be a little more refined before I see them again. Not sure there's any need for that. You're plenty ladylike as it is, Chloe. I appreciate you saying so, even if you don't really mean it. In all truth, though, 'tis I who yet struggles to grasp the affairs of nobility. Well, then you just have to learn. If you really want to be king, you need to know how to engage with that part of society. Yeah, I guess in that case, let's keep practicing, same as before. Heh, there you go, forgetting your formality again. Seems we have a lot of ground to make up before you're ready for that crown. I don't know, he called her ladylike, but I'm not getting anything more than friends there. Alain and Lex, let's continue the bromance there. What is this wonderful smell? Oh, perfect timing, Alain. Is that a pie you have there? Yep. I was thinking we could all eat it together. You know, actually relax instead of keeping ourselves so wound up all the time. And don't worry, the recipe's not mine. We've got Chloe to thank for that one. Well, I couldn't help but remember the way my mom always used to make it, too. It's a pleasant memory indeed. Not a week would go by that she didn't indulge her sweet tooth with some manner of homemade confectionery. All she sought in exchange was that we forage for berries in the nearby woods. A task we often carried out without even needing to be asked, all in hopes of another delicious bite. Haha, I didn't think it made much of an impression on you. There really was nothing better than some fresh baked pie after a hard day of training. That was basically teacher and student, in your opinion, except they are both students. Yeah, they're both trying to learn something new, I suppose. Anyway, here, let me know if I did her justice, yeah? I suppose I wouldn't mind a taste. Lex, this is wonderful. Subtle dusting of sugar perfectly complements the tartness of the berries, while the flaky crust ties together an entire ensemble. Just as I remember it. That's what I was hoping you'd say. Phew, I was getting kind of nervous for a second there. But if you say it's good, then I'm sure everyone else will like it too. We should be sure to offer a slice to Joseph and Chloe as well. I'm certain they'll cherish the experience just as much as I have. Lots of Palavia and of our time spent with your mother. Huh? What's wrong, Alain? My head feels strange somehow. Chloe told me to add some wine to the filling for a bit of extra flavor. But maybe I shouldn't have poured the whole bottle in after all. Yikes. I mean, hey, if it tasted good, I guess. All right. All right, let's see what Lex and Scarlet are up to. Ooh, fighting music? Chloe? What's wrong, Chloe? I'm sorry, Lex. There was nothing I could do. Oh my god, she's dead. Now, Chloe, is that any way to support a friend? Erg. Would she like learning to cook or something and she's killing her friends? What's that smell, Scarlet? Beef and goat milk stew, of course. Chloe taught me how to make it. Just some stew, huh? Wait, did you just say you made it? Don't worry, I followed the recipe exactly like she told me. It might just be the best thing I've ever cooked. I think I'll call it the Scarlet Special. What do you think, Lex? Do you finally see me as the culinary goddess I am? This is giving me huge horror vibes. Ah, I know, you can't judge it until you eat it. But of course. I don't know, I'm pretty sure the smell's more than enough to scare me off. Run, Alain! Get out of there! Hey, Alain, you've got to help me. Ugh, some friend he is. After all the trouble I went to making this for him, too. How utterly rude. You won't run from me, will you, Lex? No, I think you won't be running at all. Erg, when'd you get so strong? Now open wide. No, no stew. Anything but the stew. Ah! You. That was some dream. Oh, Lex, just the person I was looking for. Stay away from me, monster. I like that. That was good. Rip, Lex, we knew you well. You made it out of there after all. That was funny, though. I like that. All right, I didn't sense any romance from that. Well, they're a monster at the end, so I'm not sure about that one. All right, we definitely got to get Alain and Ridiel. Maybe we focus on, I don't know. I liked doing the 5 people at once, but maybe the 250 is better for that. Berenice could be an option. Ooh, I want to get Prim and Aramis's up, because they got something going on. Where's Prim and Aramis? Prim? Oh, you're already maxed. Wait, I've already watched it fully, apparently. Whoops. Ooh, we got Aramis's brother. Okay, hold on. Finish that bad boy off. Oops. And when the maid spotted you stealing off with the evening's dessert, you wrapped yourself in my garb and fled. Perhaps you thought to shift the blame, yet the jam staining your lips made the true culprit rather obvious indeed. I think that's quite enough recounting of my adolescent mischief, thank you. Oh, I thought you would be pleased to hear I still remember. I was, for the first 20 stories. 'Tis clear to me you recall every agonizing detail of my childhood. Now I wish to hear of yours instead. Ludwig, do you remember what you told me when we last spoke? Have you forgotten much in the years since I left? Alas, is the same as true as for me. My time as crown prince is but a clouded blur in my mind. Surely a jest. Consider it, Gilbert. The moment I fled Soldraga, my entire life changed. The clothes I wear, the meals I eat, even my own name. It's as though the Ludwig you refer to is another man entirely. In such a light, can you honestly claim me as your brother? I, who chose to wander our lands rather than bear the burden of kinship, a burden which now rests upon your shoulders? I would ask the same question of you. If you truly renounced all that you once were, what of me? You will always be the only brother I've ever had, Ludwig. And in my belief, nothing can sever a bond of blood. Even should you remain a wanderer come to the end of this war, even should I never see you again for as long as I live. Yet again I'm met with my own inadequacies. You always have had the better of me, Gilbert. I can't promise you much, but I've every faith you'll grow to be one of the finest kings Drakenhold has ever witnessed. And if not that, then at least the finest brother. Thank you, Ludwig. That's nice. Oh, come on, game, we had something? Okay. Oh, I don't know. I think we start doing 250s with like 2 people. And that was in the Elven lands, I believe.
Well, hello there. What can I get started for you?
Don't get me wrong, it was nice, but there could have been more than that. Yeah, you're not wrong. It definitely didn't live up to the Joseph Alain father-son dynamic. That had me teared up, dude.
Do you come?
Okay, I was definitely wrong about where that 250 was. Was it here?
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get you? Drop by.
Nope. Was it here?
Thanks for stopping in. What
It
can I
was.
get you today?
Exquisite Fraisier cake. All right, Alain and Ridiel.
I have a feeling you'll like.
I shouldn't have used the ticket on that. That was cheap. Okay, maxed.
Drop by.
All right, Ridiel, Alain. You got something going on here? Oops. How would you feel about settling in Cornea, Ridiel? After the end of this war, I mean. Again, you find a way to catch me off guard. That wasn't my intent. It's merely that our prior conversation gave me a fair amount to consider. I've concluded that I wish for my kingdom to be governed in much the same way the Liberation is. In my time as commander, I've come to encounter a great many people of various races and walks of life. Yet with the start of each day, we put our differences behind us and labor to reach a common goal. Such is the future I hope to build for Cornea as well, and I want for you to be a part of that, Ridiel. I'm not sure Joseph would agree with you there. It is not his decision to make, yet even if it were, he has long since confessed his trust in you. The only words he speaks of you now are those of praise for the excellent work you do in our name. You're too kind, Prince. I know you're only doing this to make me feel better. And in the past, I would have hated you for taking pity on me. But now, I'm happy to hear you say it. Turns out all this time spent with you and your little army has changed who I am. For the better, in my view. Whenever I'm with you, Ridiel, I feel a certain ease deep within my breast. So it pleases me to know the Liberation is able to provide the same comfort for you. Heh, I've never heard that one before. And I'll consider your offer. I wouldn't want that kindness of yours to go unanswered now, would I? I don't know. That was okay, I guess, but, I mean, so far no one has come close to, Melisandre and Alain. Let's see. Let's look at our character list real quick here. That moment sounded like a marriage because of politics. Yeah. I don't know. It sounded weird. Okay. I think last one we try, we see what Unify is all about. She seems like she could have something. She's like supposed to be the king of her people, and Alain's supposed to be the king of his people. That could be common ground for something.
What can I get you today?
I went to the wrong location. Or the saying, the girl you like and the girl you marry are two different people. Yeah. I don't think Alain would benefit politically at all by marrying Ridiel, but it did sound like he wanted her to have like a place
stopping in. What
in
can I
his
get you?
kingdom, given the racism that she's been through. Wait, did we finish off Berengaria? Because I felt like they could have had something there. Who are we looking for? Unify. No.
I have a feeling.
One.
I have a feeling.
Okay, 2. First place to get paid for the food. Well, it's cheap, you know? We were paying like $2,200 before, so I figure don't use the free meal tickets on the cheap ones. All right, let's look at rapport real quick. Did we finish Alain and Berengaria? No. Okay, so we got one more for her. Unify, where are you at? Want to wash dishes? We'll be back. All right, thanks for the lurk there, Muffin. Where the heck is Unify? There she is. Okay, she has 3 full conversations. Oh, hold on. Before we do that. Because I'm going to forget where this is again.
Thanks
Guaranteed.
for stopping in.
Hey, Multiple Control. Thanks for being here. How you doing? Okay, let's max out Unify. Max out Berengaria while we're here. Really? It didn't do it for us?
I have a
Alright, dude, eat that cake. You just ate like 10 cakes today. Okay. By the way, are you going for the girl you like or the character that makes the pairing that makes the most sense to you in universe? I'm going with the pairing that I think makes the most sense for Alain. So whoever he shows interest in. Personally, I'd probably go with like Ridiel or Rosalinde or maybe Berengaria in a heartbeat, but I have terrible taste in women, so that's me.
I have a feeling.
So far, Alain has shown the most interest in Melisandre, so that's who I'm leaning towards heavily. Oops, did not mean to do that.
I have a feeling.
Okay. Great. Now let's check this out. Okay, last one for Berengaria. So far, it's mostly friendly, but we're getting some teasing here and there. What is this? I never did manage to meet the prince, though I suppose he's the king now, and back in the capital where he belongs. You think he'd grant me an audience if I worked extra hard? I don't know, dude. I don't get it. Why do you keep talking to me like this? Well, perhaps because I enjoy your company. A chance to let my guard down, of course. Can't control who you like, blaming yourself is nothing but disaster. That's partly true, but also all of my relationships have ended in disaster, and I definitely need to be picking people that are better for me. It's my thought on that. You're right that you can't control who you like, but you should grow over time and not keep making the same mistakes over and over. But I'll be sure to keep my distance more often if it troubles you so. Listen to me, Alain. You know how you said before it's a good thing we barely know each other? Well, there's a downside to that too. Meaning what precisely? There's no telling when one of us might turn on the other. But that's how it goes when you're practically strangers. There's not a damn thing keeping us together, so one wrong move and the whole thing falls apart. Not that I'm planning to put a knife in your back anytime soon, but if Corny and Jack and Holt ever went to war again, you know which side I'd pick. Nothing personal. Then you mean to say that all this was for naught? That you would betray my trust without the slightest hesitation? Or perhaps I've always been a simple pawn in your grand schemes. If that's what you want to believe, so be it. Just know I really have enjoyed our little chats. Yeah, this is definitely the type of woman that I go for, and it's a problem every time. Especially when you get all defensive about me deserting you. Is this some manner of joke to you, Berengaria? Sorry, I guess I'm just surprised to see you care so much. But maybe that means we're not the strangers I thought we were. Let's just hope our countries don't get in the way of that. Yes, let's. Okay, I don't think there's anything there, to be honest. Epic Tsundere vibes? True. Alright, Unifi. Let's see what we got here. Up and to the right, looks like. Oh, the smell. Aha! I knew it was you, Alain. Sorry, were you tracking my scent? Mm-hmm. It's really easy to tell you apart from anyone else. You've got this noble smell, but it's kind of rough around the edges, too. Totally different for pretty much any bestial. Interesting. I never would have realized that myself. What else? Were you out here picking berries? I could smell them in your bag. You can? And I can tell what you had for dinner last night if I really put my mind to it, or if you're getting sick. Some people pay extra for that. That's fair. I even know what you're thinking right now. How does that have anything to do with scent? Oh, it doesn't. That was just a little joke. But wait a sec. What is it this time? We have to get out of here, Alain. There's a blizzard coming our way, and fast. Is this another of your jokes? I'm serious. Come on. Tis a good thing we left when we did, Unifi. Any later, and we would have found ourselves trapped in quite the storm. And I must say, it's truly impressive how you can perceive the weather by smell alone. That's just how it goes when you've lived with Ristorius as long as I have. You ever need a nose for something, I'm your girl. I didn't really get a romance vibe from that. Alright, you have 2 more chances to impress me, Unifi, and then I think we're just going to go with Melisandre, because she's clearly the one that Alain is interested in. There's nothing there? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. This should be the place. Oh, and the ice is pretty thin around here, so make sure you follow my every step, Alain. So I shall. Still, it's striking just how dangerous a land Ristorius can be, especially when something as commonplace as gathering materials can carry deadly implications. Struggle how to think we could ever manage without you, Unifi. Why, were you not here next to me, I wouldn't even be able to walk safely. It's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? Not in the slightest. Absent your guidance, our battles throughout the tundra would prove far more difficult. In fact, I would hazard to say you're the only reason we've survived for as long as we have. Well, I'm just happy to help where I can. Now, this next part is where things get really tough. Grab my hand. You'll have to follow my footsteps exactly if you don't want to fall into any holes hidden under the snow. Very well. Whoa, your hand is freezing. While yours is so warm. Guess you'll just have to hold on tight then. I'll thaw you out in no time. I don't know. Thank you, Unifi. To be honest, it's so cold out here, I was beginning to grow somewhat numb. And you didn't think to tell me? You could have gotten frostbite, Alain. I don't know, there could be something there. That kind of got more in the way of romance. Oops. All right, last one. Yet again, we've met with much success in battle, and it's entirely thanks to you, Unifi. You're very welcome. But, I don't know, it feels like maybe you're complimenting me too much. I was getting that sense, too. I'm not certain I see the problem with that. I guess it's just getting my hopes up is all. Okay, there's definitely some romantic implications here. Makes me think you might even want to live here in Vistorious with me after the war. That's not possible, Unifi. Not for the man who's going to be king, I know. Indeed, reclaiming my kingdom is the very reason I embarked on this journey to begin with. Maybe I could come with you then. Though I wouldn't really be able to help you as much as we're not braving the tundra together. It is true that your aid has proven invaluable through the endless northern winters, Unifi, but I would gladly let you lead me by the hand no matter where we are in all the world. Okay, I mean, I can imagine no warmth more comforting than that, for in truth I've grown rather fond of the way you pull me around. Yikes. Alain, not only that, but I wish to do the same for you in my home of Cornea once we claim it as our own once more. I mean, he's going crazy? He's going to, like, he's risen hard? Would you be open to that? Nothing would make me happier, and I've always wanted to see where you're from, too, so no matter what happens, I'll be right here at your side through every second of it. Just promise me you're really going to do it. Show me around Cornea, I mean. I promise, Unifi. I can't wait. Okay, Alain. That's a little not cool, what you just did to Melisandre. Alain's a bit more of a player than I gave him credit for. I don't know if I like that. Okay, that was pretty clearly romantic. What do we do now, though? Let's rewatch Blaine and Melisandre, because I think he liked her more, to be honest. That was way too sudden? Yeah. See what he says to Melisandre here. Ha! That should be good for today, with just enough time to head back to my tent before breakfast as well. Alain, how long have you been standing there? Only a moment, in truth. I'm surprised you didn't notice me sooner, Melisandre. Urgh, you're not supposed to see me like this. My hair is a complete mess from all my training. Apologies, I only meant to practice the blade myself, but you were already here by the time I arrived. In that moment, Melisandre, I found myself utterly captivated by your beauty. I mean, he's going hard. Hard. You did? Indeed, the dance of your swords calls to mind the most elegant ballet I could ever imagine. The sight made all the more magical by the amber hues of the morning sun glistening on the fresh laid snow. Dude, he's going crazy with this right now. Oh, Alain, he's even greater charmer than I had realized. But this only means I'll have more rivals for his heart. Melisandre? Sorry, I was just taken aback by your compliments, even if they were little more than gratuitous flattery. Please, I meant every last word that I said. The same thoughts occurred to me when first we met, as well, despite allegiance to Zenora at the time. You have a keen skill and limitless beauty, unlike most any I've ever seen. It is no surprise you felt confident enough to announce yourself at our camp entirely alone. I didn't think you would have noticed all that. How could I not? With those swords in hand, there could truthfully be none more talented than you. What am I supposed to say to that? Melisandre, forgive me. I didn't mean to offend. You didn't. It's just that kind of praise is special. All my life I've been expected to be best, blah, blah, blah. We already saw that. Painful memory, blah, blah, blah. Sure. Yep. Here you say that I actually am is the highest honor you could possibly give me. And I'm glad I decided to speak the truth. As am I, Alain. Kiss on the cheek. My way of saying thank you to remind you to do your best, too. And I really should be getting breakfast. Hope to see you there. How am I even meant to respond to that? Yeah, I think this is the most natural. Was their earlier conversation somewhat romantic as well? Let me double check because I don't remember. I know that from the second Melisandre, even before she met Alain, she was interested in him because she heard about how cool he was. And she went and challenged him to combat. And then apparently she impressed him. And yeah, she's been after Alain since the moment we met her. But I don't remember Alain showing interest before then. Where the hell is Melisandre? There she is. See their first one. Well, look who it is. Such striking blue hair, such vibrant skin. Impressive as ever, even from a distance. Feels like almost yesterday we were at war with each other over this very land. Though it didn't last especially long, not with the way he charged towards me, absent even a hint of fear in his eyes. Is that you, Melisandre? Oh, Alain, I just happened to be passing through the area. I wasn't watching you, if that's what you were wondering. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't call out to me. Were that the case? Ah, what a luxuriant mane. And how enchanting his gaze. Must you stand so close, Melisandre? You're beginning to terrify me. Ah, I'm sorry. I should know better than to stare. By the by, how would you feel about a little sparring match? Now, I don't see why not. I'm glad to hear it. And this way I can look at you all I want. I mean, she's laying it on thick, dude. Now let's begin. You seem rather motivated by this, Melisandre, but know that I'll not hold myself back either. Nor would I want you to. After all, none can pique my excitement quite like you can. I mean, he didn't really have a chance to respond back, but I mean, she's been interested the entire time. And then he, returned that interest towards the end. I don't know. I think we gotta go Melisandre. Which is a bummer because I know the ring like evolves. What about Scarlet? We can watch them. Theirs are weird. They start off like kind of romantic, and then the middle one is like, nope, neither one of us are interested in each other. And then the last one is like, no, wait, hold on, we definitely are. Do you remember this place, Alain? How could I not? Lex and I used to waste hours in these woods, fashioning fallen branches into makeshift swords, and eating nuts from the trees until your stomachs hurt. Don't forget. Yes, it's a rather embarrassing memory. Oh, hey, what are you guys doing out here? I could ask you the same thing, Lex. Oh, you know, just figured I'd see how the island's been doing since we left. That old altar's the same as always, by the way. You used to get so mad at us for playing back there, Scarlet. That was actually more of a you problem, Lex, and only because you kept trying to climb on the statue. Guess so, yeah. Well, I better get going. Stomach's been killing me for some reason. He's been eating the nuts. Still a slave to his habits, I see. Please tell me you haven't been eating any nuts at least. No, of course not. He definitely has been. Okay, number 2. How have you been feeling, Scarlet? Don't be afraid to ask if there's anything you need from me. I'm fine, thank you, but I have to say you've turned into a real worrier ever since I was abducted. As I think should be expected given the circumstances. Still, I'm glad to know how much you care about me, Alain. You must have been in some state while I was gone. Of course I was. I could barely even eat out of fear that I might have lost you forever. Really? It was only once you'd been taken that I realized just how much you mean to me, Scarlet. Just how much I rely on you every single day of my life. So even had we gone on to win the war in your absence, I would have felt no joy at the accomplishment without my dearest friend standing beside me. See? Friend. Is that what I am to you? I feel the same way, Alain. I don't want to lose any of my friends to this war. Not you, Lex, Chloe, or Sir Joseph. But we'll all make it through alive, I'm sure of it. I mean, look at me. All that worry and I'm still right here next to you. Things will work out. They have to. Indeed they will. And by the way, Scarlet, what is it? Please, don't leave me ever again. I wouldn't dream of it. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, I thought they were kind of interested, but now I'm like, I think they might just be friends. But then all of a sudden there's some whiplash at the end here. She's pissed off because he friend-zoned her. Everything okay, Scarlet? You seem rather irritated over something. Oh, just thinking of all the attractive women you've been taking into the Liberation lately. And men, don't forget, we need as many fighters as are willing to join, regardless of their gender. Fighters you clearly feel deserve your attention far more than I do. So you are upset. Not really, and I'm not jealous either, if that's what you're thinking. That is what I'm thinking. But with how long we've known each other, it almost doesn't seem fair that you keep leaving me out. If you ever wish to talk, you're free to insert yourself into any conversation I'm having. Everyone would be pleased to see you, I'm sure. That's not what Why are you standing so close to me? Do you remember the little forest in Palavia? Much like this one, we often used to gaze upon its many inhabitants, always careful to keep our distance. Of course, Joseph warned us not to wander the area at all without an adult, yet we did it anyways. Listen to me, Alain, Your face has gone completely red, Scarlet. Are you feeling all right? I'm fine. What I'm trying to say is I don't want someone else stealing you away from me. Oops. So that's how you feel. No, I just was hoping we could talk more is all. I'm not some mere possession to be snatched away the moment you avert your eyes. I know that. Yet I suppose this means you truly are jealous. Am not. Forgive me for not noticing sooner how you felt. I'll be sure to speak with you more often from now on. You don't have to do that for me. Not only for you, Scarlet. I've realized today how deeply I miss our conversations as well. You really mean that? I don't know what took you so long. Nor do I. I mean, you know, it's kind of Kind of meh. Personally, I'm thinking Melisandre. Although Scarlet would definitely be a better choice for mechanical reasons, because I'm pretty sure the ring improves whoever you give it to. And we're not really using Melisandre. Okay. Colm? We can marry Colm? Wait, hold on. We can marry our father figure? That's very strange. Weird. Don't like that. Hold on. That makes me think. Hold on. I feel like Scarlet seems to make the most sense to me, IMO. Yeah. I don't know, though. He didn't, like, say anything. He didn't compliment her in any way. He was just like, yeah, I miss our conversations.
Thanks for stopping in. What can I get you today?
I'm thinking that something weird is going on here, and I could probably marry my cousin, and I think that's, odd. So, let's see what their conversations are like here.
I have a feeling you'll like. Drop by again. Thanks for stopping in. I have a...
Okay.
Drop.
See what this is like. Back in medieval times, that happened more than you would want to think it with closer family members. Yeah, no kidding. Going full Targaryen over here. Well, look who showed up on time. Good kid. Please, Virginia, I'm a grown man, not a child. Then prove it. Take a look at this. A chessboard? Just like we used to play within the garden at Grand Kareen. Though it was always a one-sided affair, in truth. Every time I won, you'd swear you would finally beat me in our next game. Yet we were cast half a continent away from each other before I had the chance to make good on that promise. I wasn't particularly pleased about being forced to abandon our rivalry when I was so far ahead either. Lucky for us, the time has come for you to avenge your past failures, if you can. I can and I will. I doubt it. Virginia is awesome. You really have gotten a lot better, Alain. I suppose all this time commanding an army has given you a keener eye for tactical maneuvers. But why do you seem so upset about winning? Tell me something, Virginia. Do you not have anyone to play chess with when we were taking refuge in Drakenhold? I didn't. They treated me well, of course, as an exiled princess from their fallen neighbor. But even as a young girl, I knew the time for games was long over. You're the last person I faced off against back in Grand Kareen, but that makes it all the more fun to revisit it now. Why are you crying? Forgive me, it's only that your strategy remains the same as it was all those years ago. It is a cruel reminder of what this war has stolen from you, the opportunity to enjoy life as every child should. You really are a strange one, Alain. You don't show a hint of emotion over the things said about you, but here you are shedding tears for me. As if you're any different. You're always getting angry on my behalf regardless of what those around you may think of the matter. Maybe so. I'd blame that on a lack of self-restraint more than anything else. Don't think deeply about it. You know, Alain, there are only two people who can understand the pain we've both been through this past decade, and those people are us. I mean, Scarlet went through the same exact thing, so I disagree. So really, I'm just relieved to know we can be there to feel those emotions for each other. Alright, last one. Alain, don't betray my expectations here, my dude. If you start rizzing up your cousin, I'm going to be upset. I feel I need to apologize for our last conversation, Virginia. And why is that? I thought it was cute seeing you cry as much as you used to as a spoiled little child. I'm glad you're the only one who ever saw me like that. Probably for the best, yes, but you're free to show me that side of you whenever you want. I'll always be there to take care of you, I promise. And I the same, Virginia. Sealed as you were in a foreign land, there were none you could turn to in your times of loneliness. Yet now you have me, present commander of the Liberation Army and future king to all of Cornea. No longer am I the childish boy who can do naught but flee when Zenora is struck. Nor am I a helpless prince who needs you to argue on his behalf. Share with me everything you felt in your days of solitude, and I promise we shall bear them together. I don't know, Alain. I just think of nothing else for now, Virginia. With me, all you need to do is speak from the heart. I want to go home, back to Garen Green, and back to our castle. Promise me that we'll live in Cornea again someday, and that we'll do so together. Please. I promise. And once we do, we can play in the garden just as we did when we were young. You have my word. That's nice. He didn't riz up his cousin. Proud. Alright. We got a tough choice to make, though, dude. I don't know who to marry. Honestly, what he said to both Unifi and Melisandre was like much more romantic than what he said to Scarlet. I think it makes the most sense for him to be interested in Scarlet, though. But then there was the whole, oh, we're just friends little stage of the relationship. And also, Scarlet was kind of being annoying. She was like, oh, I'm super jealous of you, but I'm not actually interested in you. Melisandre has been forward the entire time. She's like, dude, I'm into this. And then Alain was like, dude, I'm also into this. And then you got the weird hand-holding that came out of nowhere. Okay, let's do the marriage ceremony and see what happens. So maybe there's more dialogue for them. And maybe that'll help us decide. Let's do Melisandre first, because I really think that it makes more sense that way.
Alain, is this what I think it is?
Okay, I'm really glad I did this, because there is definitely more dialogue. You call her out here. Sorry, screw you.
I'd like you to have the ring of the maiden.
You mean you'll take me as your bride? Me? Above all others?
Damn, that second option. Yeah, that's cold, dude. You bring her here with the ring. Screw you. I'm telling you that you're out.
That's my wish. Yes.
This barely feels real. I'm not dreaming, am I?
I assure you, you're wide awake. You were hardly subtle in your approach when first we met. Now, allow me to return the favor.
Hell yeah, Alain.
Your hand, please. And with that, our oath is sworn.
Oh, Alain. I, Melisandre Maye, pledge to stand at your side through whatever may come. Through times both good and bad. And I know what I said before, but don't go taking any wives but me. Or consorts.
She said earlier that she wouldn't mind being a consort if you had a bride.
I promise, you're the only one I could ever need.
Okay, that was a pretty good reaction. All right, now let's reload and see what happens with Scarlet and Alain. Thus, the ring has been restored to its true power. I'm sure it will help when the time comes to face Galerius. Let's head for the sanctuaries, Alain. I'm sure the sages will lend us their strength now that the ring is restored to its true power. I mean, Scarlet doesn't seem to give a crap. How do you load in this game? There it is. Okay, we're going back in time. All right, Scarlet, what do you have to say?
What is it, Alain?
I'd like you to have the ring of the maiden.
Isn't there someone else you'd rather give
Oh
it
my
to?
God.
Or am I just the most convenient choice?
You're very annoying, Scarlet. I changed my mind already.
Not at all. The rite of covenant can only be performed if the two parties are of one mind and one heart.
Is that true?
The rings will suffer no lies. It's you, Scarlet. It's always been you.
Yeah.
These feelings I bear are not mere friendship, but a love both deep and utterly profound. I finally understand that now.
You know, I always thought it was my mission that kept me standing beside you. But I realized something back when we were separated. I treasure you more than I could have ever dreamt.
Then stay with me, Scarlet, until the day we both drift off into eternal slumber.
Nothing in this world could make me happier.
I don't know about this.
So it's true. There's really no lying to the rings. I love you, Alain. And I always will.
Okay, well, she dropped the love bomb there. I don't know. That didn't help much. I'm still split. What does this ring do now? Where the hell is the ring? Wow, the ring of the unicorn got significantly better. Holy. I don't know. I guess it makes more sense for him to marry Scarlet. She's annoying though. You only check the ring after Scarlet? That's true. Fine. I do find her annoying though. Alright, Alain, you took off your ring. Put it back on. The hell is the ring? Sir, you can't be losing your ring like this. It's going to piss Scarlet off big time. Wait until they leave the last candidate out? Who's the last one? Unify? We can do Unify as well. That one felt forced, though.
Well, I'm here. What's this about?
I'd like you to have the ring of the maiden. What is it?
If you're asking me that, then does that mean I get to be with you forever?
It does, if you're willing to accept. I could picture no brighter future, Unify.
Huh. You know, I've never had a real family. Not that I can remember, at least. I mean, I do have Morard and Ramona, and they're the best foster parents I could have ever asked for. But I've been thinking, I want something more. A family I can call my own. And I want it with you, Alain.
I just realized this lady is wearing a skirt while she's from the crazy freaking ice cold place. What are you doing? And metal armor.
It makes me really happy to know you feel the same.
I as well. In truth, I've never been happier. I take it this means you'll accept then?
As if you even have to ask.
You're at the ceremony, Unify. No need to show the glutes off.
Now that that's all done with, maybe someday we can add to this
Oh,
little
snap.
family of ours.
A nice idea. But I fear I only have one pair of rings.
Alain, I think you totally misunderstood what she was saying.
That's not what I meant.
I mean, she's the only one that's talked about banging at the ceremony. Okay. Well, hold on. If we're going to do that, then let's freaking look at all of them. Sure. I have a feeling this one's going to be funny. Like, what the hell is happening here? You can't betray me if we get married, lady.
No thanks.
But I haven't even said anything yet. I'd like you to have the ring of the maiden.
I knew it. And, yeah. Not interested.
All right, let's go, Berengaria.
Why not?
I've heard the stories from Rosalinda. Breaking this oath comes at a heavy cost, and there's no guarantee I won't turn on you. Or you on me.
Then we'll face those consequences together. We could live 100 lives, and I would pick you every time.
That's some risk you're taking. If what they say about your unicorn and its tradition is true, this covenant represents the strongest bond imaginable, the sacred kind. Or severing it might just cost your life.
I'll bear any danger should it mean spending that life with you. Marry me, Berengaria. As stunning as you are now, you'll look even more so in the pure white of a wedding dress.
You're really something, you know that? But I'm not complaining. The answer's yes, by the way.
Hell yeah, Berengaria.
I love you, now and always.
And I hope you're ready to put up with me for the rest of your life. Your laughter, your tears, your pain. I'm here for all of it.
Hell yeah, Berengaria. Okay, I like her the best, but that does not make any sense. The relationship, none whatsoever. Can't see the game, too much white on the screen. All right. Might as well try Rosalinde while we're at it, who was just pronounced Rosalinda, and now I don't know if I've been saying it wrong the entire time, and I'm a little self-conscious about it. Where's Rosalinda?
Could you perhaps
Whoa.
stand back a bit?
She's excited for this, dude.
I see someone's made up his mind.
I'd like you to have the ring of the maiden.
You realize accepting would make me the Queen of Cornea, yes?
Hell yeah, dude.
Naturally.
And what? Is that all you have to say? Tell me how you truly feel, Alain.
I love you, Rosalinda. from the very bottom of my heart.
All right, I have been saying it wrong.
Nothing more than to spend the rest of my days at your side.
Well, that's more like it. I'm ready. This is the happiest day of my life. I might not have been chosen as Turdanos, but to be chosen by you is all the greater. Just know I'll be awfully furious if you go dying before me.
I mean, you're an elf.
I'm not sure that's a demand I can meet. Elves live for far longer than mere humans, after all.
Then I suppose Cornea will have to get used to my solitary reign.
Oh shit, that's a good point. If Alain dies, she's just gonna rule for like centuries, no?
Well, if it means ruling beside you, perhaps I could try holding on just a bit more.
Huh. Okay, I don't think that their marriage makes sense, and also it has huge implications for centuries, so I think that one's out. That just made no sense marriage-wise. Funny, though. For Berengaria or Rosalinde? Linda, sorry. Alright, we're gonna load. I think we'll... Oh, crap. I think we'll check out Ridiel's finally, and then we'll probably go back and do Scarlet, Boo, lame. Rosalinda, yeah. Okay, but we are going to take a quick ad break. We will be back in 3 minutes. Go get a snack, get a bathroom break, do something. But don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. We're just going to be listening to music. So we will be back in 3 minutos. right, and we're back. By the way, it's your playthrough. You're the ultimate decision on who you want Alain to marry. Yeah, I said Scarlet, but that's just from these few minutes. I never played the whole game to get the full pick. No, I think it makes the most sense for Alain to marry Scarlet. Just based on the story. I do think that the romance sucks, though. I don't like Scarlet being jealous and annoying. It's bumming me out. But I do think Alain would probably pick her over anyone else. Melisandre is a close second, and then from there, I don't think anyone else makes any sense. All right, let's see what Ridiel says.
I hear you have something to tell me, Prince?
I'd like you to have the ring of the maiden.
This isn't something to be joking about. And at a time like this, no less.
It's no joke. I wish for you to accept this ring from the deepest depths of my heart.
But that means you... We... Really?
Is it truly such a startling suggestion? I believe I've made my feelings quite clear.
You definitely did not, Alain.
I guess I have picked up on it, but still. Who goes thrusting a ring at someone out of nowhere? The shot could have killed me.
You're right. I should never have surprised you like this.
It's funny. All my life, I cursed my mother for settling down with a human. Swore that I'd never follow the same path, not in 1,000 years. But you've changed my mind. I'll wear that ring with pride.
I couldn't ask for anything more. Thank you, Ridiel.
I think this one was the least natural. I think it made less sense than Berengaria, to be
I
honest.
guess that makes it official then. Hope you're ready to spoil me.
Okay, Ridiel is definitely the most like women that I've gone after in life.
Now and for the rest of our years.
I like that her ears also turned red. That's funny. Okay, we're going back. Scarlet's probably the one we're choosing here. It just makes the most sense. It's also good mechanically. Load. Okay. I'm very curious about what Joseph says, but I also do not want to put that out into the ether. Don't marry your dad, dude. That's crazy. All right, skip all this. What happens if we say screw you, Scarlet?
Sorry, I think there's been a mistake.
But... I suppose I had wondered.
You brought you here just to turn you down.
Just be more careful next time, will you? Nobody else deserves this kind of heartbreak.
What an asshole you are, like, jeez Louise. That was horrible. Why would you do that? But do you really want Scarlet, or do you don't give a crap? I don't want anyone. I want who Alain wants the most, and I think he probably, if it was Alain, would pick Scarlet, is how I'm thinking. Even in How Goes the Dating Sim, pretty well. Got some interesting results here so far. I want to see what happens if we reject Melisandre. It's pretty mean, but it probably will be funny.
Alain.
No.
Sorry, I think there's been a
Oh.
What? But... why?
That's so mean, Alain. Why are you doing this? That's horrible. What a jerk. Rejection path. He's just being an asshole to everyone. Hey, I brought you here to make you think we were getting married, but actually I'm just a jerk. All right, let's save in the second slot. I really do think Alain would probably pick Scarlet, even though the romance sucks. So let's get Scarlet married. Boo, Scarlet, you suck. You're annoying,
like you to...
but it's fine. All right, let's get this show on the road, I think. Let's find out what happens when we visit these shrines. Gotta equip the items real quick. Oops, those are already equipped. Ring of the Unicorn. I'm noticing that I can't have him wear the Ring of the Maiden, which is sexist. How dare you? Where's Scarlet? There she is. Do they all have a unique stat buff? I think the rings are the same every time, but they all have unique conversations and stuff around them. I guess to be fair though, I didn't look at the rings after anyone besides Scarlet, so hold on. Oops. Wait, we've been playing for 132 hours? Surely that can't be right. Oops. Not Scarlet. Sorry, Scarlet, I have to break your heart again.
Sorry, I think...
Okay. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so sorry I can't pronounce your name. It seems to be in Russian, but I appreciate you for subscribing. Yep. Give you the ring. I was thinking it would be typical if they made you date based on your build. Huh. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, totally. I didn't reject her on purpose at all. No, there really was an accident. I'm not that mean. Rings. Nah, they seem to be the same every time, regardless of who you marry. It would be fun if it changed based on who you married, though. Okay, let's find out what happens when we go to one of these... Wait, what? I guess that must be part of Albion. Oh, we probably should real quick get Albion's treasure, too. Don't have to marry the orc to get min-max damage? True. Heed their legs from fewest to most. Heed their legs from fewest to most. Serpent has no legs. Goat has 4. Octopus has 8. Hippocampus is like part of your brain. So I guess you have no legs, right? Brainstem, is that a leg? Not entirely sure how to get there. Okay. Ah. 2 front legs and the tail of a fish. Okay, well, I didn't know that. I don't know if you guys did. I certainly didn't. So then it's snake and then hippocampus? Wait, is hippocampus spelt that way, the one in your brain? It might not be. Okay. Oops. Okay, then next is goat. Oops. Okay, and then finally octopus. Never too old to enjoy a good puzzle. King's Staff Albior. What is this? All stats +5. It's just a nice staff to have. Problem is that the people that use staves, they generally give a really strong ability, so I don't know who we would give this to. I mean, sure, Ramona can have it, I guess. Okay, let's start visiting shrines, or whatever the hell they're called. Do +5 stats even do anything? Yeah, stats are, like, super valuable. Okay. Actually, Berenice has had a +5 stats sword for, like, nearly the entire game. And it's made her insane. Which, speaking of which, let's go freaking upgrade Berengaria's sword. That's why diamonds are so expensive? Yeah, we're gonna upgrade Berengaria's sword. I mean, sorry, Berenice's sword. Yeah, +10 to physical attack is insane. Okay, unfortunately that seems to have cost me honors, which I was going to use to expand a unit. Whoops. Alright, let's see what this does now. Wait, hold on. We would have gotten a bunch more story with the character that we married too?
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
Huh. Or maybe Scarlet just always does this, regardless if you're who you marry.
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me.
Imagine the embarrassment of your wife's friends seeing her struggle to slay oncoming dragons. True.
Your efforts are commendable indeed. I shall grant you my might, that Galerius's ambitions may at last be foiled.
Nice.
If you'll allow me a question first. Galerius asserts himself Emperor of the fallen Zenoiran Empire, but I wonder, do his claims ring true?
They do. He is a man dangerous beyond all reason or belief. In truth, Zenoira's people were not born on Fevrith soil, but hail from another continent beyond the great seas. Their populace enjoyed countless years of peace and prosperity, ushered in by magical advancements of the highest order. Yet, after a contested succession sparked civil war, the very magic which once enhanced their lives now stole them away instead.
Okay.
And by the day Galerius emerged victorious, Zenoira was naught but barren wastes, inhabited chiefly by the corpses of the damned.
I wonder if Galerius is actually not a bad guy and Baltro has been, like, having him possessed this entire time.
Faced with such cold conclusion, most would have considered him a king absent a kingdom. Yet Galerius would not be denied his reign. Mustering what few pitiful subjects remained in the realm of the living, he set off to seize a new shore as his own, Fevrith.
Then the ancient Zenoira we're familiar with was actually an invading army from a far-off continent.
The modest fiefdoms which dotted Fevrith could but thrash and flail beneath Galerius's insurmountable might. Only Elheim, shielded by the boughs of the divine Erhelda, was spared utter decimation.
If that same conqueror now blights our lands as well, Can we assume General Valmor was possessed by his soul?
I don't believe we can. An energy so ineffably evil likely derives from something else entirely.
How do you mean?
Were he merely revived through the rite of channeling, slaying the host would banish his soul back to the frigid gates of the beyond. Yet, to judge by the monstrous aura surrounding him, I fear the task far too great for such crude methodology. No matter the truth of it, Galerius must be stopped. And the power of cleansing housed within these walls shall hearten that pursuit. 'Tis yours, should you but accept it.
Yeah, dude, hit me with it.
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Alain. I can feel it.
Is that true?
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fevrith further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
Dude, if these rings actually get stronger every time we go to one of these, it's going to be insane. They're already +5 to all stats. But brilliant light. Acquired sacral brooch. Affliction immunity is insane. Look, the power of cleansing has taken physical form. Looks to be quite an impressive armament as well, one which we must be sure to make proper use of. Now then, we've still 5 sanctuaries remaining. Let's be off. Okay, but did the ring actually get stronger? You lied to me? How dare you do that, Scarlet? Okay. I think he started with the Hallowed Blade, no? I think Berengaria has a weaker version of... Yeah, he has a weaker version of what we just saw, so let's give that to her. What was this thing called? The something brooch? Sacral brooch. It's just better. Okay. Off to the next one. This is the first one I should have gone to. That's the first one we saw.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
He who bears the ring of a unicorn, present its grandeur before me. So the ring is restored at last. You have done well.
If I may ask a question, you said that if we wished to match Galerius's might, we would need to unbind the ring's power. But I wonder, why did you bid us return here after?
That I may bestow upon you the power of cleansing, accumulated within these walls over the passing of centuries.
Do you imply the renewed ring is not enough to defeat him?
It is not. If you wish to bring such events to bear, you must usher the souls of Zenoira's people to their long-awaited salvation.
The Zenoira of old was an ancient kingdom, said to have fallen in a single cursed night. What do its denizens have to do with this?
The night you allude to was that of failed ceremony, one in which they relinquished their corporeal forms. For countless years they suffered in discarnate agony, consigned to merely watch as a new world sprung forth from their own. As you may expect, the weaker-hearted among them succumbed first to madness, then to an unyielding, rabid lust for evil. 'Tis only by the power of the sanctuaries that such working souls were put to slumber. sealed away in a realm known solely as the Beyond.
I mean, that's definitely who have been coming back to possess people.
And Galerius used me and my father to break that seal.
Quite so. He has torn open the seam between the land of the living and that of the dead. A seam through which he shall unite their beings, till neither one is distinct from the other.
Then we know now what Galerius seeks. To resurrect the souls of ancient Zenoira.
Should he succeed, this world will be met with grave disaster. Yet that is why our sanctuaries exist. Make use of our strength and bring eternal salvation to the souls of the lost. Now, the power of cleansing housed within these sacred grounds will prove a great boon in the battle ahead.
Okay.
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
Cool.
The ring's gotten stronger, Alain. I can feel it.
You're a filthy liar, Scarlet, and I'm not going to trust you again.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fevrith further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
All right, let's see what cool thing we got now. What brilliant light. Sacral Sword. Affliction immunity. Heal 20% HP when using an active skill. Holy. Look, the power of cleansing has taken physical form. Looks to be quite an impressive armament as well, one which we must be sure to make proper use of. Now then, we've still got 4 sanctuaries remaining. Let us be off. You'll be the hero of Fevrith? Absolutely. Okay, I mean, this is just much better than what we are currently using on Alain. I'm actually curious, if we try and upgrade this thing, what happens? Surely it can't get better, right? Where the hell is Alain? Huh, maybe it's not even offering Alain's. Okay, that's all well and good. Let's go to Drakenholds next. Maybe over this way. Okay, Drakenhold Sanctuary, what you got to say? Ooh, Berengaria.
Forgive me for prying, Berengaria, but why have you asked to join us here?
Baltro, I want to know more about the man who thinks he can tamper with other people's minds. I have a few other questions for this sage of yours, too.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me. Excellent.
Hope you're in the explaining mood, Sage.
Berengaria is so freaking cool.
There's a sorcerer working with Galerius. Goes by the name Baltro. What can you tell me about him?
The man was a true prodigy, if ever one has deserved the title. His aptitude for magic was, in a word, peerless. A gift he employed with little concern for sense or morals. 'Twas through that disregard that he birthed arts as magnificent as they were monstrous. The rite of channeling chief among them.
Is that how the devil still lives? By possessing the body of another?
Baltro himself has no need of such trickery, while the lost souls of ancient Zenoira's people have long stood confined within the sacred grounds of the sanctuaries. Baltro has remained in the realm of the living, sustaining his twisted physical form for centuries upon end.
The lone survivor of a fallen empire. But if those souls have been locked away, how exactly was he able to summon them?
With the crystal of transference, of course. A potent medium capable of circumventing the barred gate to the beyond.
Ooh, one moment, please. Get out of here.
Once the desired soul was summoned, he wielded the right of channeling to convey it into a yet living host. 'Tis a feat, I presume, only possible for a man of Baltro's infernal aptitude.
Crystals of transference.
I can't say I've ever heard of them myself.
I bet they're real tough to come by. Otherwise, he'd have brought back the whole damn empire by now.
It's a good point.
You make a good point.
Thank you. That's what I said.
I've got one more question for you, Sage. This armor I'm wearing, it's not the only set. There was another up in Albion recovered from the sanctuary when Zenoira first started knocking. Way I hear, it was the Pontifex who found it, gave it to a guy named Nigel not long after.
Hey, we know Nigel. He's cool.
So, I was wondering, this place have any old gear you're looking to part ways with?
Dude, you're so rad, Berengaria.
Alas, all armaments stored within these walls have long since been evacuated. Yet the power of cleansing remains pure and true. Grasp it tight, and it shall surely bring you succor in the days to come. Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Alain. I can feel it.
You're feeling nothing.
Ringbearer,
It's not gotten stronger.
The sanctuaries of Theft will further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
I wonder what happens if you go into like the final battle without doing all of the sanctuaries. Maybe it won't let you. But brilliant light. Sacral axe, that's absolutely going to Berengaria. Look, the power of cleansing has taken physical form. Oh, sure. Alright, Berengaria. Enjoy your new axe. It looks cool as hell. Ooh, all stats +5 though. You know who that'd be much better on now that I think about it is Gloucester. Since he takes damage to do stuff. But then it would mess up. Never mind. It would mess up his abilities there. Fran maybe? Nah, we kind of like having that extra max HP. Marguerite? Absolutely, Marguerite. You can have this. Welcome to the big league, Marguerite. Once I find it. Somewhere. Oop, there it is. Congratulations. Okay, how many sanctuaries do we have left? 3? Okay, how the heck do I get over there? Etolinda?
Apologies for
asking this of you, Alain. It's merely that I'd like to make an inquiry regarding the nature of these sanctuaries.
Please, your presence is more than welcome. We'll ask the sage together.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary. He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me.
These items.
Beside you stands the Tyrannos of Alain.
These items from the sanctuaries don't seem all that powerful unless they get much stronger if you upgrade them. If you can. Seems like we can't upgrade them. My guess as to what's happening is that the final boss probably has some sort of BS affliction that it puts on you. That's the only thing I'm gathering here. That maybe we need that affliction immunity. But otherwise, they've got pretty good stats. Like, not on them besides the healing or whatever, but actually the damage. Because they're all 25, and I think the max you can get is either 25 or 26. So damage-wise, they're all strong.
The ring of the unicorn would remain ever bound were it not for you, or for your ancestors, who conveyed the rite of covenant through a great many generations. For that, you have my utmost gratitude. 'Tis a kindness I scarcely deserve, O wise sage. But if I may, I wish to ask a question of you. For what purpose were these sanctuaries constructed? To house errant, wandering souls, those of the fallen Zenoiran Empire. Yet that raises another question still. How is it that Zenoira met with ruin?
Pay attention out, Delinde. We already figured that out.
'Twas an act of hubris immeasurable. In search of the forbidden gift of immortality, their sorcerers made sacrifice of a divine being, the great and noble unicorn.
Okay, I guess we didn't know that in depth.
Such vile disregard for the natural world.
Indeed. And greed only drove them further from their own humanity. Amidst the slaughter, they sought to elicit the creature's purifying energy, and in so doing, break free of the shackles of mortality.
You're back. Had to do some other things. No worries, Muffin. Thanks for coming back.
Yet the cleansing fires of the unicorn glow impossibly bright, violent in their rejection of vice and villainy. For the wicked-hearted to harness such a power as their own would be a contradiction of its very purpose. 'Twas a miscalculation of the most fatal ilk. With the beast's dying embers, the fury of the unicorn struck Zenoira's people. Their skin burned. Their flesh was rent from their
Jesus
bodies.
Christ.
And their souls were condemned to wander for the rest of eternity. How horrible. 'Twas the greatest irony, then, that the rite proved a success in the end. From the ashes of tragedy rose but one survivor. A single girl, capable of communion with the divine unicorn her countrymen had so cruelly defiled. Aside the Pontifex of Albion and the elven Tyrannos, she set forth to deliver peace to the restless souls of Zenoira's citizens. A venture which saw them construct 6 sanctuaries spread through every land of Fevrith. Upon its completion, she rallied those loyal to her cause and founded a new nation, Cornea, of which she would become the first queen. And with the spirits of her brethren pacified at last, she relinquished the power she had never once wished to receive.
I guess it makes sense that we have the ring now, then.
'Twas then that it was severed in twain, each half laid into a sacred relic, symbolic of her tale.
The ring of the unicorn.
And that of the maiden.
Then the reason this ring answers to me alone is the royal blood flowing through my veins.
Quite so. Your heart is that of the unicorn, fated to commune with a maiden true and fair. A destiny which culminated in the rite of covenant and the subsequent unbinding of the ring's true form. Now, the power of cleansing housed within these grounds will prove a great boon in the battle ahead. You need only accept its grace. Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Alain. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fevrid further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
Okay, so Unify's probably gonna come with us to Pistorius. And I guess maybe Rhaenys to Albion. Brilliant Light. Sacral Spear. Yeah. Okay. Spears, huh? The thing is, though, this has nothing to do with fairies. And you kind of rely on having fairies. Healing on a tank would be kind of nice. Sure, you can have the spear. You've been with us since the beginning, Hodrick. Congratulations, my friend. All right, Pistorius.
Sorry for making you drag us along like this.
Please, there's nothing to apologize for. I take it you have a question to ask.
We want to see if this sage knows anything about the blue. It's the only reason we even got in here, so...
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me.
This guy's got a cool voice, like a wizard.
You've accomplished much, Ringbearer.
You've accomplished much, Ringbearer.
'Tis no easy feat crossing a nation bound in the harshest of winters.
I cast Fireball, upcast to the 5th level.
I don't mean to interrupt, wise sage, but I was wondering if you could answer something for us. What exactly is the Pistorius Blue?
You refer to the azure stone on your person, yes? It is magic made crystal, cultivated by the elves of yore. Long ago, when their kind still called Pastorius home.
There were elves here?
That era too saw Zenoira's reign encroach upon every region of Fevrid. The elves to the south, secure behind Ervelda's veil, espoused neutrality and insulated themselves in the forests of Elheim.
He just did the perfect wizard voice. Thank you very much.
Yet those in Pastorius did not possess such luxury. Instead, they forged a powerful crystal capable of transforming their bodies into those of colossal beasts.
Huh.
Astrals. But they could turn themselves back, right?
Is it time to kill God? More like time to kill Satan, but Yes. Essentially, we've got to wipe out a super insane evil that's been around for ever, basically. They, like, literally killed the, I don't know, our version of God, I guess? They killed the unicorn, which is kind of wild.
Such a technique did exist, yes. Though, unfortunately, it has long been lost to the passage of time.
Should have guessed as much.
Still, Zenoira must have had some reason for wanting the stone so bad. Even though they didn't use their mind control to try and get it.
I suspect you allude to the rite of channeling. As I understand it, Mestral physiology is far too distinct to house a human soul, making the rite a futile venture. In its place, they likely sought the crystal for its similar mastery over the hearts of your race, all in the grand hopes of bridling the same strength they failed to overcome so many years prior.
Some story this thing's got.
Now, we lack the time for further conversation. Allow me to imbue your ring with the power of cleansing.
Allow me to cast Magic Missile at 9th level.
Use it well, and bring an end to Galerius's cruel ambitions.
Alright, Galerius, we're coming for you, dude.
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Alain. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Evereth further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
Cast manual breathing. Alright, we got one sanctuary left. A brilliant light. Sacral bow, huh? Yeah. I don't think I care about this bow at all. Maybe for Ridio. All of her crap is half magic, though, so it doesn't even make sense for her at all. We don't have many bow users, do we? I mean, sure, you can have it. Kind of pointless in a party with that many healers, but whatever. Alright, and last one.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me. Progeny of the late Pontifex Errant, you have done well in guiding the Savior to this sacred hall.
You know of me?
I do. Your father, under compulsion of Baltro's magic, destroyed the seal sheltered upon these grounds. A regrettable fate indeed.
Excuse me the question, wise sage. Why is it that those of the pontifical lineage are able to break the sanctuary seals?
'Tis a tale even older than the orthodoxy itself.
But that's over 800 years.
Indeed. I speak of ancient Zenoira and their sorcerer's quest for might beyond mortal bounds. A pursuit which brought them to Palavia and the holy power of the almighty unicorn. Enraptured by its supreme brilliance, they began to experiment, using the citizens of Albion as their subjects. In time, those experiments birthed a new race.
Oh, snap. The angels.
Population you know as angels.
That's not possible.
Yet their only distinguishing feature were the wings on their backs, a mark of failure for the sorcerers who conceived them. The experiments continued unceasingly, but only one success emerged. A man capable of divine wonder.
The first Pontifex.
Yes, and the gift he bore was the means to lay wandering souls to eternal rest.
But how does that relate to the seals?
The purpose of Everth's sanctuaries is twofold. The first is to soothe the vengeful spirits of old Zenoira. The second is to accumulate an energy most sacred, the power of cleansing. Galerius impelled your father to set loose the souls bound to the sanctum, to break its seal as you know it. In so doing, he divested these grounds of one of their vital duties. But the other, the power of cleansing housed within, still remains undefiled by wicked intent.
My father must have foreseen the breaking of the seals all those years ago.
Which explains why he asked you to one day guide me here, to impart the power of cleansing upon my ring, so that we may stop Galerius before it's too late.
What the hell has Galerius been doing this entire time we liberated the entire continent, by the way?
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Alain. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, your pilgrimage is fulfilled, and so too is the ring of the unicorn. Deliver your presence unto the decisive conflict, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
All right. Well, guess he was just chilling in his castle. I think so, too. Just like, yeah, let me just let these kids get really strong and mess me up. Affliction immunity heal 20% when using an active skill. I mean, again, now that we're done, I can feel a potent sacred energy creating in from your ring. Then all that remains is the final battle. Make for Grand Kareen and topple Galerius once and for all. Okay, looks like we maybe did upgrade our rings for real this time. Okay, you removed my ring. How dare you do that? Astral Blade? Unleash its true power amidst a sea of miasma. What the hell does that mean? Huh. Okay. That means I need to make room for that, though. I mean, we're already getting a lot of HP anyways every time we attack, so let's toss this bad boy in. This doesn't say what it does. It's just question mark? What the hell? What is this? Okay. Interesting. Didn't upgrade in any other way, though. Alright, Scarlet, where are you at? Strongest ability in the game, probably? Yeah, that's my guess, too. Activates before an ally is attacked with question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay. I mean, it's making me feel like I need to have Scarlet and Alain in the same party. Which I guess is maybe not a horrible idea. Hey! Timmy Ertz, thanks so much for the raid. How you doing today? What were you playing? Give a shout out to Kimmy Ertz. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Just one sec. I don't know if that actually worked. Okay. Sorry. Hi. No, it's right. Oh, perfect. I don't think my shout out worked, though. Hold on. There we go. Just working on some art and watching some stuff. Awesome. What kind of art do you do? What the heck is this ring? There it is. Okay, we got our weird ring. Save here and then go see if we can murder our grandpa. All right, Gramps, we're coming for you. You mainly do artist art. You sketch some gift art for me and my partner / mod. That's awesome. Digital art. Got it. Very cool. What kind of style do you have? Take a look at your profile real quick. See if I can find that out without bothering you with questions. Ooh, I like your style. That's awesome that you do art. Mainly cartoony. I see a, what's her name? Twilight Sparkle, I think? Not super familiar with, My Little Pony, but I think that's her name. No problem. Have you seen, Unicorn Overlord before? We are quite far in it, actually. We're, like, really near the end game. From a gameplay standpoint, I guess it's a good thing you picked Scarlet. Having to slot in Melisandre seems like it would have been harder. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. No, you haven't. Super good game. Very anime. Got a touching story. A lot of interesting stuff. It's very funny at times. And the gameplay is a lot of fun. All right, Ghost of Grandpa. Let's see if we can kill you. Dude, we're still getting smoked by Grandpa. That's crazy. Not even a chance stood against this guy. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's quite long, too, if you're looking for a super long game to play. This save file says we've been playing for 130 hours. I don't know if I trust that, though. I could have sworn it's only been like 80-ish at this point. Could be wrong, though. Let's try and do... Yeah, let's try and do the Battle for Storm. Couldn't you do half HP last time? I remember that we got reasonably far by switching around our groups, but I can't remember who was good at what. I feel like Selvi might have been in there. Liberation Army sets out to defeat Koloran and free Stormtown from Zenoiran rule. The Battle for Storm. Wow, that's so much. My most played game is only 35 hours. Yeah, I usually don't stick with games this long either, but this one has its hooks in me. Very well animated, by the way, since you like art. Let's get...
It's my duty,
put Scarlet Group
priestess.
here.
How can I help?
Let's put out Fran.
To the skies. I stand ready.
Let's have her slaughter this group. They stand no chance against us.
I'll do what I can.
Toss out Marguerite.
Joining the battle. What should I do?
I think we get her towards here.
As you command. Best be careful.
Okay, this guy's increasing his attack. I don't think that's going to matter much.
You're nothing.
All right, Fran and crew, get in there.
Nice try. Cheer up. I'll strike first.
Nice. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Berenice is a tank, kinda. Gotta get some food / rest. Hope you have an awesome rest of your stream. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the raid, and I hope you enjoy your food. Take care.
My magic is yours. Learn your place.
That's a lot of hours, Muffin. 463. What's that, RimWorld?
They have blessed me. Ice. Better keep this going.
Yeah, we're gonna snooze the ad for a little bit. All in one summer? Jeez,
It
jeez.
seems you've misjudged me. At your service.
Gary's mod.
Understood.
See. Never actually played that one, though I did
How
hear
can
a
I
lot
help?
about it. Let's get Rolf. Oop. Oh, interesting. We don't have many points to play with here.
I'll take it off your hands.
Played a lot of Dark RP. Huh.
Allow me.
Okay, this is not a great fight for
Face
us.
me and be cut down.
France group seeming better for this.
Let's begin.
You hate to see that. You haven't touched the game since 2019. 5 years, man. I can't believe 2019 was 5 years ago. That's so wild.
Oh, Faye, lend me your strength.
It feels like the pandemic was like a few months ago.
You okay?
I have a feeling we're going to do a lot of damage with Rosalinde's Elemental Roar. Please don't, you'll have an existential crisis. Yeah, tell me about it.
Prepare for your end.
Okay, here we go. Wow, 119 through the guard.
I did it.
That's insane.
I stand ready. Sir, wherever you'd like.
Okay. Oof. A lot of damage that we're taking.
I'm heading there now. I'm in their firing range.
Yikes. He slowed us massively.
No mercy. Oh, Faye. Onward!
You might learn something.
Okay, well done.
My magic is yours.
No holding back. Let's have some fun.
I don't know about using Elemental Roar on one person. It seems like a waste.
How free you saw it.
All right, well done, everyone.
Training's paid off, dead and buried. At your service.
Now, I think we just
At
withdraw
once.
for now.
Your orders, please.
Gotten plenty of EXP.
Wherever you'd like me. Sir,
Big murder these guys real quick.
I have this one. Not gonna miss.
One health, huh?
You good?
That was great. Where that came from? What should I do?
Taking a lot of damage if we send you there.
I'm heading there now.
Ooh, sorry, before I forget, let me follow Kimmy Arts. I just realized it's Kimmy Arts. Duh. I was saying Kimmy Arts. Just a sec. Boy. I follow through chat. Yes, I can. Perfect. All right. Sorry about that. I just know if I save that for after stream, I'm going to forget. All right, get back in there, please.
I'm ready to fight.
Ooh, that's worse. Okay, much better. Even better. Wow. 0 damage. Let's go, Marguerite.
I'm unstoppable. Faster than the wind.
Okay, I mean, Remy is absolutely tanking the crap out of these shots. He does not seem to care. Nice.
Gotta sharpen my sword.
Guessing that Marguerite's about to kill the entire back row. Nope. Well done.
I won't stop now.
Our first level 40. Congratulations, Marguerite.
Wherever you'd like me, as you command.
Okay.
I'm far from helpless.
Why don't we move you
I'll
up
do it.
here?
I'll do what I can.
And I think we deploy... Please let me... Here we go. We deploy Rolf.
The Cornian militia. Who's the target? Right.
Consider it ours.
Okay. So far, so good.
I'll pierce you
Oh
clean
my
through.
god, Rolf.
You're safe.
Oh my god. That's just not fair, dude. Wow. Those poor guys didn't stand a chance.
Surprise there.
All right. Well, we have an ad in 30 seconds, so we're going to take a quick ad break. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. We'll just play some music for the 3 minutes that the ads go. And yeah, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the music, and we will be back very soon. And we're back. Sorry about that, everyone.
That went better than I expected.
That went better than I expected, too.
I'm ready.
You're surprisingly good at killing them as well.
What next?
I
All right,
never
Rolf.
miss my target.
Get in there, my friend.
I'll shield you.
In my sight. Just in case.
Wow. Okay, Keetra's kind of taking damage here. It's not great. Holy.
Tempered in the cruel.
Gotta keep getting stronger.
Okay, we're getting plenty of level 40s now. Got a bunch of shaman chilling there.
Heading to ground.
Let's see. Hilda's unit is falling way
Order must
behind.
be preserved. Your orders? A brisk flight.
I say we bring Hilda
There's
over
time
here.
yet to claim victory.
Oh crap, we're running out of time.
I rise to any challenge. Very well.
Okay, in that case, let's get Clive in here.
I ride for Cornea. What shall I do?
Clive, go murder these shaman, please.
Yeah!
If you want me, then have me.
All right, Hilda. Wow, that's just unfair.
Farewell. To the offensive.
Nice. Easy dub.
Defeat is not an option. To the next.
Okay, Clive, you are, based on your path, going
I'll
to
prove my worth.
step on a just huge number of mines, and I wish you wouldn't do that.
It shall be done.
Your orders?
Hilda, you keep moving. Oh my god, you're so not useful. Well, you're not taking much damage either.
It shall
Let's see
be
if
done.
Rolf's help can do something here.
Stand before me.
Okay. There we go.
Easy there.
Wow, 1 damage is
Let up.
rough. There we go.
Victory is easy there. I must endure. With my very
Okay.
I shall ease your pain. Easy there.
have my spear.
That was such huge overkill. Wow. Well done, Gloucester.
A flawless victory in his royal name. A worthy foe.
Okay.
I'm ever in your service.
Looks like we can just go around, but
I'll prove my worth.
there's not a strong reason to, since Clive seems to be getting bodied by this.
I depart.
I'm far from helpless.
Let's move
Right.
you up there, Scarlet.
I suggest you reconsider.
Okay, much better.
I've got you. It's not personal. Have some yourself.
I'm here to help.
Sharpen your weapons. There's no escape.
Didn't do as much as I was hoping.
Protect you. I've got you. I shall bear. Behind.
This should help.
Pressure them. A joke.
We have to make
Okay.
Raise your guard.
what's his name? Fidoquia?
You were little match.
Yeah. We have to make him as tanky as possible. Take a look at his equipment real quick. I guess I kind of did start doing that. His physical defense isn't that high, though. I mean, it's fine. Not super tanky levels, though. Magic defense is crazy, though.
I rise to any challenge. A brisk flight.
Time is no friend to us now.
Okay, we are definitely running
Face
out
your
of time.
demise.
We're all kind of carrying this one, to be honest.
To the offensive.
I've got you!
Guess the idea is that he's supposed to guard all the physical attacks. I think he's much better at guarding magical, but yes.
I'll heal you!
I guess, oh, guard as in block? Maybe. We did make his block insanely high. I think I just saw that it was like 80% or something ridiculous.
I can handle it.
Allow me.
All right, let's
I've
get
arrived.
How can I
you.
help?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's not exactly what I wanted to have happen.
The winds are against me.
I was hoping to get her within range to get some EXP, but I got her murdered. That's my bad.
Come then.
Sorry, Scarlet and crew.
It's not personal.
Oh my god. Well done, everyone.
Defeat is not an option.
Okay.
Yet alone.
Chaos.
I shall survive. My
You're still way under
You
leveled,
can
though.
fly
little
no
better at
farther.
this.
Good job, everyone. Stage clear. Alright, did that give us enough to get Ausch? It 100% just barely did. Okay. Liberation Army, come to save us? I never thought this day would arrive. Well, it's your lucky day, my friend. Here are the runes, Howlcorn Ash. Who needs it? We have like 1,000. This used to be a vital trading post for anyone visiting the capital, what with the river and all. Yet after our harsh years under Zenorian rule, local commerce is all but dead. Rather not say this too loudly, but I hope you put an end to their cruelty once and for all. Working on it. Heard much about your Liberation Army, young man. Here, use this well. Wow. Pestarossa? 30% critical damage and stun immunity? Kind of wild. If you're on your way to Grand Kareen, I suggest you stop here first and make preparations. I mean, what I just did. Okay, let's give that axe to probably Aubin, right? Crit rate's not very high, though. What was that thing called? So people just handing out powerful weapons now, apparently. Old women at that. Testarossa, I think it was called. Where is it? Was it not an axe? Am I dumb? It's a spear. I wouldn't have guessed that. I also don't think we have anyone to put this on. I mean, maybe Clive? Halberds could go either way. True. I don't know. I guess Bryce? Sure, have it. I'm not going to use you, so it doesn't matter. I'll not let you pass, child. Be gone, or else. Battle for Plum Parfum. Okay. Well, we don't have time for another battle, but I am surprised that there's this many fights around here. Let's take a quick look at Stormtown.
If it's steel you're after, you're in the right place.
You have nothing new for me.
Be seeing you.
Delivery, easy dub. Wow, you're giving a lot of cash money, dude. The Ember of Hope, Queen Elenia, left for us, has returned and now stands a grand fire, capable of lighting the path ahead. Very poetic of you. Okay, apparently we liberated all of Cornea, which is surprising since we definitely didn't get to the middle of it. You remember the first steps of our nation liberation, my prince? They were taken here at this humble harbor, and now nigh all of Cornea has been restored to its former glory. None of it would have been possible without Alain's fearless leadership. Everyone in the nation sings your praises, your majesty. Can't help but wonder, though, why'd we go handing stuff out instead of keeping it all to ourselves? I admit the sting of conceding our precious resources is bitter indeed, yet there is more to ruling a land than merely battle. Alain will be making a fine king soon enough. Try telling that to him one of these days, yeah? Ahem. In any case, Grand Kareen is all that remains. Let us topple Galerius' foul regime and bring peace to our home once again. Successfully restored all towns in Cornea, save the royal capital, Grand Kareen. Nice. Let's do it, dude. I don't have anyone to put here, unfortunately. Come far indeed, young Alain. Go now. Grand Kareen is but a few paces away. All right. Well, that is where we're going to call it for today's stream. Let's save here. And let's look for someone to raid. Let's pass on the raid. Let's see. Who we got going on here? Got other people playing Unicorn Overlord. Sure, let's raid this person here. They just started, it seems. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, Queen Bay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I truly appreciate it. I will be back on Tuesday at 4 p.m. EST. If you guys are interested in checking me out again, my name is Quantic Flux. And, yeah, thanks again for being here, everyone. Hopefully I see you next time. And I hope that everyone has a great weekend and a great rest of your night. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.